All right, give me 1 second to confirm that my laptop is working essentially and that we are live. There we go. I see the icon.
Perfect.
Welcome to the All right, give me 1 second. Saturday nights on the YTPC. My brother, Captain Burley Slice, and I just finished recording the newest episode of Brothers of the Pipe podcast, where we smoked and reviewed and discussed Davidoff Flake medallions. The whole idea of the episode is the Davidoff name. Does it justify the price? And so to figure out our thoughts, you'll have to listen to it tomorrow when it's released, wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Here's the 10. Go ahead and hold that up. This is the one Hunter gifted me. It's from 2019.
You know what's interesting about that 10? I forgot to tell you.
What's that?
Right when it was mandatory for pipe tobacco companies to add the warning labels. And so with that one, they put a warning label sticker on the tin. And then I noticed later on that it was a sticker and I peeled it off. And that's why there's like residue on top of the...
That's so funny. Guys, I'm going to get stuff started this evening with some Prince Albert, of all things, in the Merchant Service Levant.
And I guess we're both going codger. Someone just sent me this, good buddy of mine, Missouri Meerschaum, Country Gentleman, which I've been excited to try. So I'm going to try it for the first time in my Missouri Meerschaum Country Gentleman, because that's what you have to smoke it in.
Moments and Seasons, how are you, sir? So very good to see you.
Great. How y'all doing?
Doing very well, man. We just had a great recording. It was a lot of fun. We got Albert, Justin, David, and Doc. Doc Watson, that is. There's so many Docs within the community in the chat tonight. Albert says, "What's up, my brothers? Smoking some Solani Silver Flake. Davidoff is nice when you sip on her slowly." Yeah, I'm a glutton, so I made a very purposeful attempt at smoking mine slow tonight. Justin says, "Hi, guys." David says, "Hopes all is well." He's smoking some Gulf Hogarth Balkan mixture in an LCS 1163, so we know that's a newer one because obviously he's up to 1200. Doc Watson says, "Good evening." And Scott says, "Evening, everyone." Thanks, guys, for stopping by. So good to see everyone. Moments and Seasons, what are you smoking, my friend?
Well, that's a good question because I'd actually like some help.
Oh, I'm the man of bad advice today. I got you, buddy.
All right. Well, so to start off with, we've got my Peterson St. Patrick's Day.
Hard to go wrong with that. Yeah, hard to go wrong with that. Good start.
So we got that right. And I got some tins in the mail, and I don't know which one to go with. So first one is Dark Seas by HU.
Probably not for tonight because it's so complex. It is such a kitchen sink. But let me tell you, my wife actually picked that out for me for my birthday. And when she told me she picked me out a blend, I was like, honey, why? You know what I mean? I'm so particular. Fantastic pick. Not my favorite of HU's lineup, but a true just whenever you got time to pick one apart, my man, that's what I'm going to tell you. When you have no hurry, no rush, and you can sit and contemplate a blend, that's when I'd try that one. But I love it. I think it's a fantastic blend.
I have four options. So number two is Bankside by GLPs.
I haven't had it. I wish I had.
This is it sounds like a vapor.
Yeah, Hunter, have you had it?
Bankside, I think I have.
Oh, Pipe Hunter knows this one.
I know that one.
Yeah. We both enjoyed that one, man.
I don't know your Virginia tolerance, how easy or prone you are to tongue bite. If Virginias don't bother you, that would be a nice one to smoke because it isn't really complex. It does have very good flavor, but it's pretty simple, all things considered.
I would call that an all-day Virginia, and I really enjoyed it, man. It's a good Virginia. Yeah, that's a good one. Piper Oakey, what's going on, sir?
And the Midnight Orchard.
I have no idea personally. I hear really good stuff about it.
I'm apprehensive, but yeah.
My recommendation, if you're wanting a Virginia tonight, that Crescent Rising would be a really good choice in a social environment. The Dark Sea's very nuanced. Now it's a great blend, but it's and there's plenty there to smoke. It's a big 10. If you want to smoke it tonight, by all means, I'd say you pick, man. I think you have a couple very nice options there.
Man, I don't know. It's rough.
John P. in the chat. Chris, MKE Chris, John P. What's going on, guys? John, we did the Davidoff medallions tonight, man, and answered the question, is it worth the luxury price of the Davidoff name? Spoiler alert, it's a little bit more nuanced than yes or no. But hey, John, how you doing? Chris, got to talk to Chris last night. Chris, oh, man, listen, guys, he just bought this beautiful short Army Mount ADS that was drilled not just off center. They hit the ceiling, man. But
it was rough, dude.
We'll wait and see if he jumps in here or not. But beautiful pipe. I mean, beautiful pipe.
Real quick, I was incorrect about what all was in the Country Gentleman. It is American flue-cured leaf, so Virginia, with dark fired and Perique.
Oh, okay. That does sound pretty good.
Or would American flue-cured be Burley? No, that'd be Virginia, wouldn't it?
Probably. Walt is in the chat. What's going on, Walt? Piper Oakey says his favorite Virginia is Tillsbury, and we reviewed that on the podcast extremely highly. I bought 110 of it, and every drop of it was just incredible. Really incredible. I thought the world of it. Great blend. Beautiful, mature Virginias. If you can find it. It's a Esoterica blend, and it's quite difficult to get a hold of.
I've made my decision.
All right, let's hear it.
It's 1 year old.
Okay.
July 17, 25. I'm going to go with Bankside.
Awesome. I want to hear what you think of it, so that's awesome.
It actually looks a little bowed out, actually.
Okay,
nice.
Okay. Justin is having some Midnight Orchard right now, which is exciting.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this is this Country Gentleman is premium Brighton Red Virginia with Perique and small amounts of dark fire. So this is considered a vapor with a little Kentucky in it.
Ooh. That does, I can't picture it off the top of my head. That sounds interesting. Hunter, you're going to have to stop by sometime this week, pick up this flask, and there was more than that. What else was there? Oh, this we're going to split this bottle of tobacco.
Ooh. Yes, we got to get a video of that opening.
Yes. Mr. John there sent that. We appreciate you, sir. Me and Hunter's going to split this up. I'm going to give him the 10 on that one. He has a better place to display it than I do. I feel like there's more than that, though. I actually put whiskey in my 10 today, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. What I was planning is, like I said in the podcast, buying Angelo a new car today, and I was going to be a passenger princess on the way home and take little nips all the way back, and it didn't end up that way.
Where'd you buy that at? Summersville?
Steffens. She says it's Stevens. It should be Steffens. It's PH.
So we've bought 2 vehicles there, but that's before it was Steffens.
It was Midstate,
I think.
Yeah.
And we bought a brand new Chevy Trailblazer that was front wheel drive. She ended up not liking it, but I told her she could only get it if I could smoke a cigar in it, driving it off the parking lot. So brand new car and drive it off. I've got the stogie in the hand. Thank you all.
I didn't smoke in the new Jeep yet, but it won't be long. Walt's saying, and deer tongue. What's he talking about? Something's got deer tongue in it. So John P says he hopes it's smokable. Well, John, there's not really much to go wrong here. If you look, you take the plastic off, there's paper under that. This appears to be completely sealed. Now, right before I go to open it, I will prod a little bit to make sure that seal's intact. But no, there's nothing to go wrong here. It's going to be just fine.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Someone else here?
This Bankside smells amazing.
Oh, I'm so stoked for you, man.
I can't even place the smell. It reminds me of like a condiment, like
mushroom ketchup.
Almost something like almost ketchupy. Yeah.
Walt says he's smoking deer tongue. He's got Gentleman Caller, which we have some, Hunter, and at some point we will get to. Look at here. We have the Viking himself, the forger of the spoon.
How you liking that spoon, man?
I've only every time I'm on video I forget to use it, but I've been using it with the Viking Dark. It works. That blend itself is like so easy to take off of a bigger spoon like this. I haven't tried it with anything else. I'd be afraid to get anything too dry, but the coarser, like everyday stuff that I snuff, dude, it's perfect.
Yeah, I'm finding when I use them, it really kind of shines with something coarser, maybe with a little extra moisture.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right.
How y'all doing today? What you smoking on?
I got some, just some Prince Albert in the Merchant Service Levant. Hunter has got a nice, nifty Missouri Meerschaum blend. Moments and Seasons has a Cordell and Dill Vapor that I've never tried.
GLP's Bankside.
Bankside. I've been meaning to try Bankside.
Produced by Cordell and Dill. Excuse me. Sorry, Mr. Greg. You know, Greg's Virginias, I didn't know this for a long time because I knew Greg as such an English blender, but his Virginias, honestly, are really well done. He's a talented blender.
He is. He knows what he's doing. It's a shame because he's really known for being the English blender, and I'm glad he's earned that title. He is the best at blending English. But I think that sometimes overshadows his ability to make Virginia blends because he makes absolutely excellent Virginia blends. Last year, he had Ellipsis Flake, which is the newest Virginia blend that he's come out with, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Rob Red Piper is in the chat. David G says he's hoping Robert House of Manners shows up tonight. He said he's going to bump some Rustica for the first time. So I'm hoping he does as well. Rob Red is smoking some Salty Dogs, which is one I need to try. I hear so much good stuff about it.
You got Salty Dogs?
Rob Red's smoking. I haven't tried it yet. I hear so much good about it.
Do they even still produce that? I got it on I
haven't seen it.
For like $29 a plug? Yes, they do.
It's expensive. Slinger, what'd you say you're smoking, buddy?
More Bullseye Flake. Can't get away from it, man.
It's good. It's good. Good price. Good stuff. I like it.
I just got off the forge. It's too humid out because we're finally getting a touch of monsoon season here. So it's still over 100 degrees, but we got the rain this morning. It rained for several hours and then stopped around midday. And then the sun poked out and now everything's humid as shit out and I'm not used to it anymore.
Hey, Smoke Snacks and Mike Millennial Codger, in quotations, three names ago, is joining us tonight from Cathedral Cigars in Tampa, Florida. Gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by. And
howdy, Garrett and Mike.
Big condolence to Mike for the loss of his companion, his pet. And you know, guys, when you and I can tell by what he said about his dog, guys, when you have an animal like that, it is a family member, and the passing of it is significant. I know there's some people in the world that's never experienced that, never been that close to an animal companion. But one thing Mike said in his post that is so correct, he said, not once has any human in the last 15 years been as non-judgmental or did me wrong or let me down. You know, this dog has surpassed humans in so many ways over this time period. And I can relate. I know what he's talking about. And yeah,
no,
big condolence, brother.
Man. They're better than us.
Yeah, we don't deserve them. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
that's why they don't have to pay taxes. They just live for free, and that's what's expected of them. You know, that's how you know you've ascended up the Earth's ladder. You get to be a dog. Everybody just loves no matter what. No
Hey,
taxes, no work required.
I wish I was the man my dog thought I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for real.
They're forgiving and loving no matter what. They're incredible animals. Rybrez having some Windjammer. He says Joe P's Windjammer and Fillmore are great. Yeah, we did Windjammer, and it was a lot of fun.
Windjammer was a good one, which I smoked like in 2019 or whenever it was that it first came out. And I always said I was going to make my way back to it. And it took me a long time. And when I did make my way back to it, I liked it even more the second time than I did the first. So definitely a blend worth checking out.
Static Age Show. See, when I wasn't reading it, I didn't want to mention your current name because, dude, I'm going to butcher it. Once I learn someone's name by something, I'm sorry, it just sticks in the old steel trap, as Tom would say.
What's going on, Chris?
What's up, boys?
Hey, what's
buddy.
up, man?
Piper Oki just lit a bowl of HH Darkfired in his Parrot Meerschaum. Oh, that just sounds incredible. The Urban Hermit is stopping by. He had a great comment today. I asked for some suggestions for a new friend, and he came through. Hunter, did you see that short I uploaded today?
Your pipe smoker compadre you met out and about?
Yeah.
A Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was Bigfoot. I was thinking it was a skeleton for a second. It was Bigfoot. That's right. My bad.
You know what's funny is he was in a Jeep, and then I went and bought a Jeep today. Maybe it's his fault because I wasn't planning it.
What Jeep you get?
I got a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Extreme with, I'm pretty sure, every bell and whistle you can hang off.
Nice. Nice.
I'm coming for that.
Hard top, 35 tires, winch, heated seats.
But tear up the holler.
Hey, you better get some new tires for winter.
New tires for winter.
Those mud tires suck so bad in the snow.
These aren't, I mean, they're huge, but the one's not overly aggressive. Going 65 on the interstate on the way home, surprisingly smooth compared to some other big tires I've been on. I don't know exactly what profile these ones does.
My Willys that came with the freaking big 35 mud tires on it, man. I could have like a half-inch of snow, and man, that back end would just whip out on you because those mud tires don't cut through. They
need to sink into something. They need to bite. Right.
So they just sit on top of the snow. So the mud tires were horrible in the snow.
Oh, that's great to hear. This one's got the differentials, but you can disconnect the
electronically disconnect the differentials on them.
Yeah. And man, it's the Overland package, the Extreme is, and it's got all the stuff,
nice man. I miss my Willys, but
which Willys did you have?
I had a Wrangler, a Willys Wrangler.
Right. They're really cool, man. They're all really cool. I like the Gladiators. I like them all, man.
They're fun to drive.
We for work, we have two older Jeeps from the early 2000s that we have to drive sometimes, and they're 5-speed stick shifts from like 2003. And Dakota's Jeep is like really, really nice. These two are really not, and they're like the jankiest, sketchiest things you could ever drive. And so we use them to go up on the mountain to check on right-of-ways and like power lines and stuff like that. And we have to take them into town occasionally, to like fuel them up. And you'll be going down the road going 50, and the wobble is so bad. The stick is just shaking, and I'm just ready for it to like pop into neutral itself because it's so bad. Sketchy things, man. Sketchy. Not but like the ones we use at work because it's a small company owned by two people.
I was gonna say they bought them for work Jeeps, so they're probably like the 4-cylinder ones too. They're not the good old like 4-liter 6 that they used to put in those Jeeps back in the day that ran.
Remember those straight 6s they used to drop in those?
Yeah,
holy moly, you can't kill
man.
those. Garrett says that that his XJ eats Wranglers, so I'm not going to argue with you because I'd love to have an old XJ as a project. Rybrad says he builds Jeeps every day, so interested in what he's got going on there. That sounds like a lot of fun. First person smoker stopped by. He says, "What's up, YTPC kings and queens? I'm a lurking." Okay, so he is at the Jeep Wrangler plant in Toledo. How flippin' cool is that?
Nice.
My shirt just come unbuttoned.
Don't get her excited.
I know she just put her phone down and like lifted her eyebrows.
For a second,
I thought she'd get me figured out by now, but I don't know. I still got her.
You smoking that Merchant Service Lavat?
Yeah, dude, I'm smoking it with the Prince Albert tonight, man. And I smoked the Davidoff Flake medallions on the podcast just earlier with it. I had such a great smoke. I was like, I'm going to load it back up. I let it cool down for a few minutes, but
I just picked up a Bing today and the rusticated Bing like that from him.
Yeah.
And Johnny got his because he was looking for one. Hopefully Tom got one because Tom was looking for one too. Oh, he got her in the yellow.
Yeah, and I'm not crazy about the collar, but
I like it.
That's nice.
With what they had on the lot, performance-wise, it was everything I wanted, and the collar didn't really mean nothing to me except as a secondary thing. And my wife's going to be driving it as well. We actually went to buy her a car today, and I ended up giving her my car and buying that. So I'll be doing some extra chores. I'll be very sweet. I'm going to have to write her some unique poetry. She has other expectations. But yeah. Robert says, Dakota, if you have problems with it, don't blame me. Oh, John P says he has a Rubicon. Love it, but drove it from CT, that's Connecticut, right?
Yep.
To Florida. That was rough.
On the really windy days, it's rough because
oh yeah, they're not aerodynamic. They're boxes.
No, and it's not like the steering is like super tight on them. There's a lot of play in that steering
with
wheel.
the 35-inch tires, man, I was noticing today, and it sits so much higher than what I'm used to. So the combination of big tires just respond differently anyway, and
that's right. You and Hunter probably need a step ladder to get into that thing, huh?
Oh,
just come on over here, buddy. You can give me a piggyback ride to it.
No,
man, I'm fired up.
It's a stool, not a stepladder, okay? It's a stool,
Johnny
not a
jumped on late,
stepladder.
so I'm still all full of docs like piss and vinegar. I got all the...
Listen, I need a stool to brush my teeth without, making a mess. Come on.
Dakota, I get it, though, because I don't know if I told you, my truck has been down for 2 weeks. Had a starter, long story. I've been driving my Mustang. Mustangs are like very low to the ground. You kind of lay in one, and then to get out, terrible. You got to crawl out. And I picked up the truck yesterday evening. Been 2 weeks since I actually drove a truck. And as soon as I got in it, dude, I felt like I was on a ladder driving. You know what I mean? But you'll get used to that really quick. And actually, I think end up preferring it.
Hey, Brian, right?
Yep.
All right, man. One of these days that's going to click. And I didn't realize you were the one that messaged me about Burley recommendations. And I'm so glad you're in here again because I only put 2 and 2 together this past week. One of the other recommendations I would like to make to you, if you're still wanting to explore that, would be Low Countries PD.
I've been watching for that. Yeah.
It's available a lot of times. It's affordable and it's a solid one. So that would be one to look out for if you're still wanting to go down that road. I would recommend that one.
Yeah,
Yuli's 00.
Axel love the Burleys.
Get Yuli's 00. Just call Yuli's in Milwaukee and get some 00 or go on their website. They might not have it on their website. If you call them that 00, that's the one that's taken that's the one that all the Gary can't get enough of that since he tried it. It's
on my
taking
list.
the world by storm.
It's on my list, Chris. That's one of the ones I'm going to order, hopefully sooner rather than later.
And it's a bulk.
I have
so
some.
it's nice.
I have some limitations living in Washington. There's only a very, very few that will actually send anything to me because it's technically illegal.
I hate that for you. I really hate that for you. And on a couple different levels.
I've still managed to try quite a few things, so that's good.
If you
my pipe club, there's probably more than 100 different tobaccos there. You can try as much as you want. So that monthly pipe club is always fun.
How important tobacco was in America, like lasting, and we get it so limited in so many places. It just blows my mind.
We really do. Dr. Bob's Nightmares in the chat. He said, "Is it Saturday?" I guess so. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us.
For the Burleys, I don't remember what we said exactly, but
I told you about messaging him, and at the time I couldn't remember who I was talking to, Hunter, but I told him one of my first recommendations would be to look at Cornell and Dill Burley Flake 1 through 5, look at the ingredients, see if anything looks appealing to you, and then maybe go from there.
And off the top of my head right now, revisiting that, if you can find Cornell and Dill blends for Burley, and you have to keep in mind, Cornell and Dill approaches Burley unlike anyone else. I think it's really probably most known for, and it's one of those either love it or hate it kind of things. But some people do start off kind of not liking it and growing into it. But anyhow, maybe Pegasus would be a great one.
Pegasus. That's a great one. Yeah.
Trying that. Yeah.
That's a user-friendly blend. I think everyone should try Pegasus. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Pegasus.
Tonight I'm smoking some GLP sixpence that I found at my brick and mortar, and it's 3.5 years old. So
excellent. How are you liking it? How are you liking it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
You have it packed a little tighter than usual?
No, just normal way I pack flakes and broken flakes. And
gotcha.
I got it in my James B. Russell pipe that I just finished polishing up.
You said sixpence. My mind went to penny farthing. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the wrong blend when you initially said it.
Yeah, I was almost like, isn't that a shag?
Yeah, that's the penny farthing. He has the sixpence. Yeah, I don't know why those mixed up in my brain.
Yeah.
Walt says that LJ Peretti approaches Burley different. And by that, he means they add head and shoulders as a topping.
They do.
Dude, that Enigma flake I bought.
I did enjoy Thanksgiving Day. I
really liked it a lot. And Cuban mixture is wonderful. I love Cuban mixture.
But the Enigma flake, no go for me. Sorry.
I bought $60 worth of it, and I couldn't get the bowl lit. I couldn't give it away.
We tried. Hey, if anyone wants to try Three Nuns Smoking Pipes, is a 20% off sale right now. And I haven't seen Three Nuns on sale for quite a while, so now's your chance.
So Rye Brad's moving on to some 1792 flake, one of my personal favorites. It's probably my top 3 or 5 blends of all time. I really enjoy it. Piper Okie, I have not had the Lord Blackburn. I'd have to look that up. Hunter has had so many more of the value cigars than I have, but I do have a new recommendation for a Cuban sandwich, Hunter.
Okay.
The Arturo Fuente Curly Tail, I think it's called. In the Maduro for a good price. Man, they smoke good. It has a Connecticut broadleaf or Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper Cuban sandwich. Affordable Fuente cigar. Those are really good.
I get the non-Maduro, the natural, I guess is what you would call it. But yeah, it's a really good Cuban sandwich. It's using, the leftovers of an Arturo Fuente tobacco. But anyways, I've smoked quite a few of those. They're good. What, about $4 a stick, I think?
Locally, about $5. If you ordered it, probably closer to $4. Do you know there's a walk-in humidor in Oak Hill?
A small walking humidor, right?
I took a video. I haven't posted it because I'll have to edit it into something that won't make a good short. I asked, hey, can I take pictures in here? They told me, yeah. And I was like, can I take a video for my friend in here? And then I got in there and I was getting ready to do the whole Captain Burley slice because nobody could see me. But there's a camera in there pointing on me. I was like, argh! So I just...
In the vape shop next to the OK Chinese.
That's it.
Yep.
Hey, the manager has my phone number. Is supposed to be giving me a call. I think I can help him out, man. It is decently priced, well maintained, and very poor selection. And being in that proximity to the nation's newest national park and no other cigar places being around, all the whitewater rafting and all the bachelor parties and stuff that people want cigars for, I'm pretty sure I can help these guys out.
Easiest place to start with that, Dakota, because sometimes they have problems with distributors, is ask him if he'll give you the list of available cigars from his current distributor, and then try to build off of that.
Yep.
Because he has an account with that person already set up, so it's easy for him to then just change what.
They're small enough they're using a generic national distributor, right? No reps are coming there, obviously. But what they do have is they have General's products. So they got Romeo and Juliet's, they got Cohibas, but they also have Drew Estate stuff. So they do have whatever, Sweet Jane, and the Tobacco Especial, and a couple of those.
Like the Deadwood.
They had one Oliva, which was a good one, the V Milanio. They had one Camacho, which was a good one, the Corojo. Really weird layout. I don't know what to, but I know enough about the cigar stuff behind the scenes that I think I could at least have a productive conversation with these people.
They have all the popular stuff that sells for the most part, and the tourist type flavors that are going to get and sell. Those are pretty good setup for basic core stuff there.
But seriously, they probably didn't have many facings, man. Their selection was just that. They got a lot more room, and they are in proximity to a lot of traffic. We're getting millions and millions through this exact area every year in tourism. Man, diamond in the rough, it has potential. I'm telling you. One EP Carrillo, the Pledge, which I love that cigar, but it was in the smallest Vitola. Unfortunately, I did get one, but at $11, not a bad deal.
Well,
considering brick and mortar prices.
Yeah, very decent brick and mortar prices. Especially there's one Smoker Friendly. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that chain. Smoker Friendly nearby there that has one tabletop like Winador type deal, and the only non-flavored cigar in there is the Brick House Churchill, and they want $20 a pop or something for it. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
I remember going in back in the day, they would have like Red Dot Cohibas for $25 for Robusto.
Dr. Rob, I've had one of the Papas Fritas, but I don't remember which one it was. I would have to look. I've had one of them. I do know that. The new park is the New River Gorge National Park here in central West Virginia, right up the road from me and Hunter. Hunter's almost within the park perimeter, to be honest with you. But it's beautiful, lovely spot, and we're pretty remote, so there's nothing nearby, you know. First Person Smoker's putting out some of his legendary blends right here. That's interesting.
You know, speaking of Cuban sandwiches, I think, considering quality and cost, the overall best deal that I have found is the Drew Estate Factory Smoke series.
I like the Factory Smoke Maduro. It's just, at the time, they were $2 a pop, and I could get Oliva V's for $2 a pop when I was selective and smart about samplers. Steve Chamberlain, if I'm saying that right, is in Evening Mother Pipers. What's going on, brother? Glad you could stop by. Yeah, the CAO Nicaragua Robusto. That's a great stick, David. I hope you're enjoying that, man. David travels a lot. I bet you he could find some like real rare finds.
Oh, 100%. As far as CAO goes, the one that I always enjoyed a lot No surprise to Dakota, but it's the CAO Cameroon. And I think it's one of those things I had a great experience with one, and so I've just liked it since then. Went on vacation to Gatlinburg, sat on the balcony of the hotel, looked over at the Smoky Mountains, bit of a fog on the mountain, smoked the cigar, and just had one of those like life-changing experiences.
Well, the Amazon Basin is really good. We just had the little short dagger. It's fantastic. But yeah, having a lot of fun with those cigars. We got a lot of pipe tobacco that we are going to get into. Hunter, what do you think about that blend you're smoking right now?
I thought it was a Burley blend, so not what I expected. But it's not like other Virginia Periques too. So this is one that will take a little time for me to really figure out what's. But it's unique. I'll definitely give it that.
Walt used to smoke the CAO flatheads, like the 660s and stuff. Those are really tasty. And a few years back, I don't know if it's still the case, on cigar beds, you could find some deals on there. So that was one of those cigars with a lot of flavor that if you knew where to look, you could like find at a reasonable cost.
But if you don't have a V cutter, you got to be careful getting the cap off one of those.
My technique works pretty good.
Yes.
All you got to do is have a sharp blade and you can get that cap off just fine.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my technique. Hunter knew what I was talking about. I'm really good with a knife and opening a cigar. Smoke Snacks and Mike are having a Cathedral Cigars Cardinals. It's a fantastic Habano stick. Habano's probably my favorite standard stick. Like, it's just a safe bet. Middle of the road, nice Habano. And love it. Dr. Bob's Nightmare was talking about the Brasilia. Like that one as well.
Dude, the Villiger Brazilian Export. It's a fantastic cigar.
Export Brazilian. Yeah, it's a really good one.
Box, really good.
And that's a dry cured shelf stable cigar, just like a Perotti or something like that. They're great. What other?
My dad liked this. That was his favorite cigar, but it was just the regular exports, the straight.
I love
like
those.
The lighter yellow cream colored. That was my dad's. Like, he smoked those like all the time.
I turned Hunter onto those, man. Those, or did you have those before?
No, you introduced me to them. You gave me a 5-pack box. I tried them on my honeymoon and fell in love with them. And I bought probably 2 or 3 boxes since then. I mean, that was 6 years ago. You know what I mean? But I've smoked at least 100 to 150 of the regular exports. Really big fan of them.
Yeah, they're
just they're dry cured, so you don't have to do anything with them.
Yep. You can throw them in a glove box, and they'll be good years down the road. And they're tasty little boogers, man. They're one of the best machine-made cigars, in my opinion, on the market at any cost, any price. Steve's asking if anyone's heard from Patrick. Yeah, I've been talking to Patrick. I think he is he hasn't said this, but some of the stuff we've been talking about, he's trying to reposition, refocus on some stuff. He's doing some really cool stuff behind the scene here. David G is saying he's using a punch for most. So the way I use a pocket knife, and I don't know if this is what Chris was talking about, but say this is the cigar. The way I use a pocket knife is I will choke up on it with my middle finger, so just a little bit of the tip is exposed, and I will go around the tip at an inward angle and perforate it in a circle and peel the cap right off, no matter what the shape, unless it's torpedo or something like that. But
or if you can do the same thing. If your blade's really sharp, you just kind of roll it around the outside, and you can flick that cap right off with your fingernail.
I've seen people do that.
Peel it off with the tip.
Dude, the way I do it, and I plunge and cut, dude, I've had the most consistent times. It beats commercial cutters as far as consistency go. Just like soft flame is more consistent than a torch lighter. It's not as fast, but your room for margin of error is so much bigger.
Yeah, my cutters, they're always dulling up super fast, so I just take out the Milwaukee Fastback with the new straight razor on it. And just
I'm going to grab a cigar in a minute, guys, and I'll show you how I do it. I have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, unless it's a Perfector or Torpedo, I can use a pocket knife for that. It's actually no problem, but I have to change up my technique a little bit. Have you guys ever seen any of the old timers that's really good with their fingernail?
Mm-mm.
They'll just work the fingernail around the cap and plop it off.
Yeah,
Oh man, I guess you can get good at it because the people who do that are like slick at it, man. It's crazy.
The matches that Winston Churchill used to use were fairly large and definitely longer. So he would just moisten the cap, with his mouth essentially, and then use the match as a punch, essentially punch a hole in the bottom. That's how he would start it off. Of course, he chewed on his cigars, and the rest of the cap would come off, so it wasn't a big deal. But I always thought that was interesting.
First person, we've been talking a lot about St. Bruno. It's been on my radar. David G says he had notes of. Sorry, Hunter.
St. Bruno? I've got some open St. Bruno.
I've never tried it. I was talking to David G about it the other day. David G says he gets juicy fruit notes from it. I mentioned that last night. Walt says that tastes nothing like juicy fruit. So all kinds of discrepancies
I
in here.
recommend you go for the flake over the Ready Rub if you like the DFK more than the Virginia, because in my opinion, the flake is a little bit more of the Kentucky forward.
The Urban Hermit used a Swiss Army knife awl to poke a hole in a cigar. Yeah, that'd work just fine.
Yeah, you just
Walt's having his attempt of an Edgeworth match.
Nice.
I bet it's good, man. I bet it is. He's really producing some good stuff. I got some more Walt stuff I need to try here soon. But Walt's had the original Edgeworth. Like, he remembers that flavor profile. So he has something I'll never have. You know what I mean? He smoked it. Hunter, you're going to have to come to Golly tomorrow and get your flask. We never did do that.
Dude, I think we're going to have to. That, and I need to check out the new Jeep.
Absolutely. Oh, Aaronmore flake. That's the juicy fruit, maybe. Okay.
That would almost check out.
Okay.
I can see that way more than St. Bruno for sure.
Okay.
I'm thinking I got pineapple off of Aaronmore, but it's been a long time since
You're thinking that just because it's on the label, so it got in your head.
Listen, there is no limit to how much stuff I can mix up in my noggin. You know what I mean? Walt says, come to Columbus. I'll bring some. I appreciate that, Walt. I do, man. David says, agree, Slinger. Flake is better than the Ready Rub. Urban Hermit says, St. Bruno's great stuff. Man, there's a couple of these staples I've never tried. Okay, you go for it, buddy. David G will be right behind you. Dutch, what's going on, buddy? Good seeing you, man. Hope you're doing well. I think I will grab a cigar, gentlemen.
All right.
I don't know what I'm going to get. Maybe that Camacho Corojo. Hunter, I was going to mention this on the podcast, but I was going to say I'm probably going to have a Davidoff subsidiary product on the after party. But, Camacho is owned by Davidoff.
So Davidoff owns Camacho?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they bought it back in probably the 2010 area, something like that. Maybe a little bit before then.
Okay. That's cool. See, you learn something every day.
Piper Oakey's asking, is anyone going to the Texas Pipe Show?
When's the Texas Pipe Show?
November.
That's a bad time.
That one's a long ways off for me. So sad.
Timber Drifter's in the chat. Good seeing you, buddy. He says Aaronmore tastes like lemon pads candy. Top note for him. That doesn't sound horrible. Dutch says pipe podcast and smokes a cigar. He rolls his eyes. I know. Oh, that's funny. Walt says disgusting, ain't it?
Okay, I've come to conclusion.
All right, let's hear it. I'd love to hear it.
Bankside. It's a deep, dark vapor. It's got some dark fire Kentuckies in it.
A Vakeeper.
What's that?
A Vakeeper.
Yeah.
You know what it is that's messing with you? It's a vapor, but there's a little bit of latakia in there, and that's what's giving you a little bit of smokiness.
Yeah. This is like it stops you in your tracks. Like, all right, I need to think about this one for a minute.
Is it Bankside that has the touch of Turkish Latakia?
Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got red and bright Virginia, St. James Perique.
And a touch of Latakia.
Yep, Fire Cure Kentucky's and Latakia.
Oh, it's got. Okay, I didn't realize that. Both.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Have
it's
any
like
of you tried any of that Black Dot?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Dot's
I like
good.
it.
very good.
Yeah, I had Cactus over at my ranch just maybe last week, and he brought some of it over with him. Left some of that with me, along with some of that new Low Country Crescent Rising. Both of those were very good.
Yeah, I like it as well. Guys, Nathan
I'm
is
really
in the
having a
chat.
hard time not comparing the Black Dot to the Bullseye Flake. So
The Black Dot is, to me, the Black Dot is like a sweeter Bullseye Flake.
yeah,
The Virginias are sweeter. It's a little bit, it seems like that.
It's a little
Yeah, a little
spicy.
bit Cavendish. Yeah, the Cavendish and Perique can stand out a little bit more, but it's a sweeter. It's almost like an unaged, Bullseye Flake. Bullseye Flake gets real good when it gets age on it, but the Black
Chris, have
Dot's
you
like
had this
ready to
one?
go. I haven't cracked mine yet.
All right, man. We smoked that tonight. It was interesting. I enjoyed it, man. Honestly, I really did. Where does it compare with everything else? Well, I guess you have to listen to the podcast, but it was good. I don't think it's my favorite within the genre, but I do think I'd rank it higher in the genre than the Hunter would.
With the
Say that.
Bullseye versus Black Dot, to me, the Bullseye has a kind of a light hay note, a little bit of grass. It's kind of in the middle of the road. It's kind of like a bready hay style.
Yeah.
Whereas Black has a lot more red Virginia in it, so you're gonna get a deeper, darker, richer, kind of sweet.
Yeah, fruitier. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
But I don't know. The luxury Bullseye Flake, because of the Cavendish, it's pretty rich and sweet as well. So I don't want to compare the sweetness, to be honest. I could be off on that. But as far as the Virginia flavor goes, one is bready hay, and then one is rich, dark fruit. And I actually really like the Black Dot because it's ready to go fresh. I'm sure it will age beautifully, but because Virginias that are used, it's a slightly better grade that's been a little bit more aged. It's ready to go. I know it's more expensive, but when you compare it to other blends of that tier, it's about the same cost. So I think it is justifiable for what you're getting. Luxury Bullseye Flake is a fantastic price, and it's a great price for the type of blend it is. It's more of a daily bread and butter kind of blend, and it does age beautifully. Of course, you can smoke it fresh, and it'll be a good experience, but it does really improve with age.
It really does.
The grassy notes go from kind of like a green young grass to just more of a not sharp grass, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, Luxury Bullseye Flake is the blend that turned me on at Virginia's. I was smoking Englishes, and I'd heard about these really sweet Virginia tobaccos, and Luxury Bullseye Flake was the sweet one you had to try. And I bought 2 ounces of it. I went to go smoke it. Probably the first flake I ever smoked. Awful experience. I hated the experience. I let it sit in the jar for like 3 to 6 months, came back to it after a while. Did it change in the jar, or did my palate develop in that amount of time? No idea. But when I went in for the revisit, I couldn't get enough of it, and I blew through that couple of ounces in like a month.
I'm thinking you just had a palate adjustment because I have a lot of Bullseye Flake experience, and in my experience, 3 months doesn't really do much for it. You kind of need to hit that 1 to 2 year mark.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like, I'm not super big on the coin flakes with the bullseye middle, because no matter how you prep the flake, the Cavendish is always going to be inconsistent with it.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a big hit of Cavendish in the center if you ball it up, and if you break it up, you're going to get these little bursts throughout the smoke, and it's like you're smoking a vapor. Then all of a sudden you get this kind of brown sugar laden note, and then it goes back to the Virginia Perique. It's not.
So I pack mine specifically to highlight that difference, where I'll take the center bullseye out, and those center bullseyes will go and two different portions of the bowl on their own. So it separates totally from the vapor. So I know I'm getting that good vapor for a little while, but then I get that sweet bomb, and I know there's two of them coming, and then I get to it and I'm like, welcome. Hey, that's good.
I've done that. For something else I've noticed, at least with me, with the coins, if I rub them out, it's like the Cavendish is more dense. So when you break it up, somehow it all goes to the bottom. So in the final third of the blend, you hit a majority of the Cavendish, and then it mixes in the Virginia and gives you this totally different flavor profile, which is really cool. The first picked up on that because I don't smoke a lot of coin cuts with the Cavendish Center. I'm like a fan of Escudo Deluxe Navy Rolls, but with Sutliff's Old Boss, the Virginia Perique, they had two, the English and the Virginia. With the Virginia one that was released in 2024, I gave it a try. And that's when I really picked up on the Cavendish settling to the bottom and the final third being like a huge flavor transition when you get there. It's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. That said, if you run into a place that's got the black dot on sale, it's definitely one to sell her up. Take advantage of the sale because it's worth it.
It is.
It's worth it at its price now, but if it goes on sale, it's almost a must buy when it goes on sale,
It really is that good, and in my opinion, it is the best bulk flake. Well, you go to the gold flakes and it's completely different.
It's a different animal there too.
Yeah. So as far as like regular flakes go, it's probably the best one. Even for the money, I know it's like twice as expensive as Luxury Bullseye Flake. Nothing against Luxury Bullseye Flake, but I probably like Black Dot twice as much.
But in the same sense, okay, let's take Bullseye Flake out because that's a Stokeby, and we know those are kind of like the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying they're good; they're great blends, but they're the bargain blends, right? Now put Black Dot against the price of Escudo or Deluxe Navy Rolls. It's right priced the same as those are, pretty much spot on price wise for 2 ounces of it.
Yeah.
And if it goes on sale, man,
And it's not.
If it goes on sale, I'll buy some, but until it does, I'm probably not gonna. I just don't see paying that much for a bulk blend, in my opinion. Like unless it's a Gowith, because obviously you can't get away from that when you're going to Gowith. But in my opinion, like I think Black Dot should have came in a tin. Just the way it's
It'd
priced.
be nice if it came in a tin. I wouldn't mind that either, but I like to be able to get it in bulk. And if you watch usually like Fort Noggins has it for a $1 or $2 less an ounce in most places, so it's not bad then.
So if I take a pound of it, now I smoke slightly larger bowls, at least lately. I did the math on this. For about a pound of tobacco, 16 ounces, I get about 112 smokes out of it. So when you divide the cost of a pound of
about $1 a smoke.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. And so if you take that $1 a smoke, there's nothing else you can really get that is of that quality for $1. I was at Smoker Friendly today, our local, cigarette vape shop, whatever you want to call it. And I saw some Swisher Sweets, Perfectos, and they were over $5 for a 5-pack. And so that's over $1 for a cigar. You get 20 minutes out of it, and it's literally the cheapest.
Nasty.
A cigar.
Cardboard.
So for $1, you can get either like the worst cigar experience of your life, or potentially one of the greatest pipe experiences with as premium as pipe tobacco as you can get. So it is expensive, but if quality and that tier and grade of leaf is something you're after, it's kind of justifiable. I hate to say that. Look, I wasn't going to buy it because of the price. Someone sent me something to try. And I went in with the mindset of this isn't going to be worth the price. You know what I mean? I was open
really good,
just enough to realize, okay, it's pretty good.
Hey, Dakota.
Oh, man.
Sorry, man.
I'm still smoking that thing.
Listen, I think that is...
It's
the
such a nice
that pipe is so perfect in a couple ways. It's gorgeous, man. Okay, I hate the drilling on it. I hate that for you.
Yeah.
Hunter, did you see the picture?
I saw the pictures. I know about it. What I want to know is how does it smoke, though? I mean, it sucks. There's no excuse for that. But is it at least smoking okay?
That's it. So far, this is going to be the second bowl through it, and it's doing fine.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pipe, man.
It's everything. Like I said, it was one of those because they made it limited so you could see the exact pipe. It wasn't like this is a bulk thing. And I looked through all of them, and it just because sometimes when you get these, if you look at some of the rusticated Petersons, they'll have like a real, especially in here, there'll be a real deep gouge sometimes in a rustication.
Right.
This pipe, and then when it showed up and I looked at it, I'm like, it is one of probably the best, most consistently rusticated, beautifully rusticated Petersons I've ever seen. And I pulled the freaking stem off and I was like, fuck you.
Dude, I'm sorry that it happened to you. I am glad it's smoking well, at least.
But it smokes well, so at least there's that. You know what I mean?
So I know it sucks, but I guess it's one of those, I'll live with the situation.
Well, and the fact that it's an Army mount makes it easier. So if I do have an issue with any kind of gurgling or anything like that, I can at least still pull it off, get a cleaner down there if I need to, if it gets clogged, and not have to worry about it from that standpoint.
That's why I'm worried about that new Bones P-lip I have coming in. I paid like $63. And, I'll spend it just to try it out. You know what I mean? I was so curious. All of my P-lips are Army mount, so they don't need to pass a pipe cleaner. Just pull the stem. This one is not. So it's like, I think it'll pass the cleaner test, because usually when a Peterson doesn't pass the pipe cleaner test, it isn't because of the location of the P-lip. It's because of the location of the draft hole within the system.
Yeah. It's the draft hole drill on it usually,
So I
make a series called that, when your Peterson doesn't pipe.
Slinger, you're good. You can go buy one of these though, because I got the bad one, so you can go pick one up. You're safe. They always come to me. It's got the P-lip on it.
Garrett sent me a Peterson. What was it? The Iran Bulldog.
Yeah,
the Aaron. Yeah, and it's great. Beautiful. More is perfect. But I'm sitting there. I'm trying to get a pipe cleaner in there. Not going. And I found a flashlight in there. I could see the pilot down there. The draft hole is like toss high, and for some reason it's a bit smaller.
Yeah.
You went a little Mr. Roboto again there, my man. Hey, Carrie's in the chat. I'd like to say a very good evening, Carrie. Thanks for stopping by. So very good to see you. Mike said he was trying to join the show, but the cigar lounge he's at, it's too dark. I got up there for a minute. I might not have seen you. Guys, I had to heat me up a frozen burrito. I just realized I have not eaten in over 11 hours and was not feeling right. So
get those easy microplastics in while you can.
Yeah, I'm working on it, my man. I'm working on it.
Eat some Robusto.
But here's the thing, man. If you're to avoid microplastics, this beautiful beer can is lined with plastic. Like, how do you completely avoid it? How do you completely avoid it?
They're in our bodies now. There's no undoing that, I don't think.
It's everywhere. Furthermore, that beer was brewed with municipal water supply with sodium fluoride in it. Like, if we start going down that path, man, and I'm with you, and I actually got fluoride filters for my tap water. I'm just saying, the crap we need to avoid is prolific. It is freaking everywhere.
Yeah, we're cooked. We're totally cooked.
We're cooked, chat.
Yeah, I don't drink my tap water at all here in Florida. It's all I filter.
Neither in Florida.
That's what happened to Florida, man. Don't you know?
Yeah.
They all got them meth gators down there from drinking the water, man. Okay, interesting. Carrie says she hears that kimchi can help clear microplastics out of your system. Man, I want to look that up, Carrie, and I hope so hard that that's true. I will be the biggest kimchi fan on the planet.
You know what? Going off of kimchi, when I was in Alaska, you know what was like everywhere? Kombucha. They are big on kombucha. Shops would have their own kombucha blends and everything.
Yep. We got big into it. My mom, there for, what was it, 105-6 years ago, 7-8 years ago?
But for a long period of time.
Mom got hell bent on the kombucha, dude.
I don't get
Y'all
down with
remember that channel
kombucha.
LA Beast? There's this
No.
dude. He does like eating challenges, right? LA Beast, and like eats dumb amounts of stuff. Will chug like a whole gallon of liquid butter and stuff. He ate the SCOBY. Do you guys remember what the SCOBY is off
Yep.
of the kombucha? This guy had the biggest SCOBY omelet you had ever seen and ate it. And I showed my mom that when she was getting into kombucha. She's like, why? It was great.
Dude, for eating chunks, I like Beard Meets Food. That guy, the British guy.
Yes.
Dude, he's the best one. I love watching him.
David G said, Carrie, so can lettuce from Taco Bell because there's this new parasite.
Yeah.
That'll clean out your system.
Oh, that does sound good. Carne con papas, beans, and rice homemade tortillas. Sounds wonderful.
Delish.
For those microplastics, I've read online recently that we all have enough microplastics in our brain, essentially, that it equates to the same weight of like a plastic spoon.
Well, there's
really?
all males have it in their sperm as well right now. They're saying there is no male sperm on the planet that doesn't contain microplastics.
Oh yeah.
What's the end result of that? I don't know, but that's how daggone prolific it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to just stick to the farm fresh eggs, the fresh killed pig I was gifted from next door, things like that.
You think those commercial eggs got plastics in them?
Oh, I don't know what's in them, but I just I like the fresh ones. I can see the chicken they fell out of.
I did try to eat a plastic egg one Easter. It was horrible.
Hope this vulcanite isn't doing anything to us.
Man, think about the asbestos that used to be used in cigarette filters and stuff like that. Possibly the Bakelite and pipes and stuff. I know Nate King said Bakelite's completely inert and stuff, but it's arsenic based. It's like really weird. He said the risk is to him as someone who's shaping it and stuff like that. But you do have to think about it. Timber Drifter, my dude, the man of eclectic knowledge, like the guy on my wavelength. Timber Drifter says LA Beast, and I remember this, once ate a potted cactus. One of the strangest things I'd seen at the time. He did. He did, man.
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean,
he was an animal. He's actually still around. He purchased something very, very old off eBay not too long ago and ate it. I don't remember what it was. Then he messaged the company, and the company sent him back a voucher or a certificate or something. I don't remember what it was. Walt takes NSC.
Phone's dying.
Oh no.
Oh no. I gotta go, guys. See ya.
All right,
Take care, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Hey, Dakota, I'll be back in just a minute.
Yep, you're good. Walt says he takes NAC to flush out the plastics. Are you talking about Nacean? Because there's a Nacean flush.
Niacin stuff?
I can't pronounce anything correctly, guys. I'm illiterate hillbilly that's somewhat
Dakota, when
from decent peasant stock.
You need something good to eat. You got to look for it. I just had it, and I don't know where the heck. I got to remember the name of it. You get your 5-hour energies, right? In those little kind of shots.
Yeah, I got some in there. I'm going to take one before too long.
The local supplement and smoothie shop by me has these protein shots, and it's roughly the same size, and it has 21 grams of whey protein isolate and stuff in it.
How thick is that?
It wasn't. It was great. It was like blueberry acai, and it was so freaking good. I was like, dude, I'm gonna get another one of these.
Do you know Shamrock Farms? They make bottles of milk and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shamrock Farms has had their regular milk, which is whatever in the bottles, like at the store, which is like whatever protein. Then they had their protein milk, and they had a chocolate version, and it wasn't super high in sugar, and it had to be kept refrigerated, so it was like an actual milk tasting product at 30 grams. It was really good. They had a slightly bigger bottle I saw the other day, and it was like the Protein Plus, 50 grams in one bottle. Now, it was a little bit larger, and it was not cheap. But as far as taste goes, it tasted really good.
Yeah, and I have no clue what this runs, because I went in to get he does you can get protein shakes, and it's like a 50 grams in a shake, and he does all kinds of flavors, and they're all sugar free and stuff. And I was like, dude, he had 3 of these little shots by the counter. I was like, what's your favorite flavor? I was gonna buy one. He's like, I like this one, the blueberry acai, then this one. I'm like, well, I'll take the blueberry one. He's like, dude, just take it. It's free. So he gave me a free sample of it. Because I didn't know, and I was like, I just had it tonight because I was before I came out here because I was at my brother's all day and we're just hanging out. I didn't really eat anything, but I wasn't hungry. So I was like, dude, I just want to get some protein in.
Well, smart
I was
choice,
like, 21 grams. And it was a shot. And I was like, damn, this is good. I'm going to have to look these up and see. Obviously, they're going to be pricey by then. So I'll dig the bottle out and shoot it to
man.
you.
Let me know after you reevaluate
because
that.
it's
That
so
sounds
easy
like a
and it doesn't have to be refrigerated, so you can just keep it. It's shelf stable. It's a great, dude.
Well, for
it's
a
like
long
the Power
time,
Energy.
because I'm always trying to get protein in, and I don't want to overdo the tuna, but I like tuna so much more than the sardines. So, like, trying to balance everything out. For a long time, I was buying Equate brand, the Walmart brand, protein shakes, the chocolate ones. And if you ingredient to ingredient list, those are actually pretty decent for the money. But I kind of got burnt out on them, so I'm always looking for myself a way.
Yeah, and it was like the 3 flavors, like blueberry acai. There was a watermelon one, and I don't know what the other one was. And I was like, dude, I could mix these up, different flavors. But it was just a shot, and it was.
And think about this.
It wasn't even
blueberry.
It wasn't even thick
that
like
blueberry,
that.
you could throw that in some overnight oats and have a powerhouse breakfast on the go in the morning. You know what I mean?
And there was like no sugar in it. It was like, I don't even know if there was 1 gram of sugar. It was like awesome. I was like, dude, this is such a great on the go type of a thing. I'm gonna get some for like going to pipe shows.
Dude, it's so difficult in this modern age to make decent choices, especially when you're on the go, man. We are all way too much on the go than we should be. You know what I mean? We're all working too many hours. We're all worried about the wrong things.
But it was great because, like, sometimes you said you get like those protein shakes, and even though they're not that big, they're thick, and you're like, I'm not that hungry. I just want to have some good stuff. So that's what I loved about the shot. It was so much less volume too, to be able to get that much concentrated protein. I was like, I'm in.
That's pretty awesome, man. I'm not going to lie.
I was afraid it was going to taste nasty. I was like, dude, I don't know what I got here, but at least it didn't cost me anything.
I was on a big sardine kick for a while too.
I love good sardines, man. I'm a big fan.
Sardines are delicious.
The ones that Costco, I forgot what the Costco ones got, are great, dude. They're literally just like sardine fillets. There's no skin, there's no bones, nothing.
Those are my favorite. Chris.
Seasons.
My local Seasons brand sardine fillets in water was my absolute favorite I've ever had.
They were so good. I would get those. I would do those and a can of smoked oysters, and then just some hot sauce in them, and just eat them up, man. So
I
good.
like Kipper snacks as well, man. Y'all ever
Kipper snacks and my dad. Yeah, my dad got me hooked on Kipper snacks, man. When I was a kid, I grew up eating those all the time.
Which is just
those are really good.
Smoked herring and brine, but it's simple. Yeah. It's really good for you. It's hard to overdo something like that. You know what I mean?
When my boy was young, I'd feed him Kipper snacks. And the way I got him to eat them is I'd tell him, these are fancy fish in a can. He goes, oh, they're really fancy, Dad? And he'd eat them right up. So so he still eats them.
Yeah, I like them. They're packable, too. Those Kipper snacks, you can put them in any pocket in any bag ever and have something on the go, man.
Man, there's like 1,000 boutique sardine brands out there now, too. It's ridiculous.
It's blown up, hasn't it? You watch that guy that looks maybe like he's Japanese, wears the glasses.
Oh,
the canned fish guy?
He's like, what are we even doing here?
What are we even doing here? And he eats with chopsticks? I love that dude. Hunter watches him as well. That guy's awesome.
One of my big protein go-tos for quick protein is boiled eggs.
I love eggs, man. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, me too.
They're packable. They're they keep decent compared to other options. Like,
my wife boils up a dozen eggs every week. We have a dozen hard-boiled eggs. She'll do that Sunday night. There'll be a dozen eggs boiled up for the week.
I can eat them by themselves as a snack. They go great in a salad. I can slice them up, salt and pepper them as a side for a breakfast plate. There's like a bunch of stuff you can do with them.
Yeah, dude, even my daughter likes making egg salad, so she won't eat a hard-boiled egg regular, but she'll eat egg salad.
I love egg salad on toast, specifically on toast.
I'll cut them in half and do like a quick man's deviled eggs. A little bit of like mustard, like stone ground mustard. A little bit of relish and paprika. Man, goes down. Or slice of jalapeno, pickled jalapeno. So good.
Hey, Links and Pipes brings up a good one. He wants to talk about that old hog head pudding, the old head sauce. Anybody in here ever try any?
Only
Yeah,
the
I've had
boys,
that
only stuff
for
in the
years.
grocery.
I have tried it as a kid, but I didn't know what it was.
What do they call it? Head cheese?
That's what he said. I'm assuming he's talking about head
Yeah.
souse.
Yeah.
But
Ate a lot of spam.
I ate a lot of spam, a lot of treat
That's
too.
probably got whatever's in head cheese in it.
I don't mind spam. The problem with spam is the sodium content. Even in low sodium, spam
It's
is
still
so
through
high.
the roof. Yep. I'll tell you one of the things I really like is liver cheese or Braunschweiger. And
Oh yeah.
my grandma ate
yeah.
it. I didn't think I would like it. So I think it was the rind around it freaked me out. And then I was at a friend's house when I was younger, and he was making these Braunschweiger sandwiches. We've been skateboarding. I was like wore out. I was like, yeah, make me one. And it was like the super rich pate. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, this is incredible.
Yeah.
What is it? He's like, it's pretty much the same thing as that liver cheese, but this is Braunschweiger. I
Yeah.
keep it in the
You
fridge,
get,
man.
Liver
I love it.
sausage, Braunschweiger, a nice thick slice of that, a big slice of like sweet Vidalia onion, put it on a sandwich. Oh,
It's
I really
delicious.
like it with some good dark rye bread, like some pumpernickel or something.
Mhm.
It is
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
yeah, on pumpernickel, yeah.
We used to call that goose liver when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Here's one though. If you like a dark pumpernickel, sometimes people don't like a dark pumpernickel rye. My dad would do this, and it was good. But you got to get yourself a sweet onion, like a sweet Vidalia, a nice sweet one. Toast up your pumpernickel, and then put some peanut butter on it. That sweet onion on a pumpernickel, and it's got to be on pumpernickel because it doesn't work on that. But peanut butter, onion, and pumpernickel, dude.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Listen, whenever someone tells me something with peanut butter from now on, I'm not going to, until I try, I'm not going to naysay it. There's been so many times someone's mentioned something with peanut butter. I was like, that sounds
But it has to be
absolutely disturbing.
Yeah, you got to use a sweet onion. Don't use a red onion. It's got to be the sweet onion because that sweetness of the onion worth the peanut butter is what
Yeah, I
plays
do like
in
a
there.
good sweet onion. You know what I bought for meal prep this week? I'm going to be preparing tomorrow. I got a few pounds of the frozen deshelled, detailed, deveined, frozen, fully cooked shrimp. And I bought some peppers, onions, mushrooms, garlic, and rice. And I'm going to meal prep real simple, bed of rice, sauteed, shrimp, peppers, onions, garlic, mushrooms on top for my lunch at work this week. Very simple and clean and easy to do.
Yeah, Garrett, fried spam sandwich and a grilled cheese. Yeah.
I was in North Carolina 2 weeks ago for the 4th, and it's like you would think that like North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, Georgia, we would have similar like food products. No, we don't. So like up in North Carolina, they always have like potted meat, Armor brand potted meat.
Walt was just talking about Vienna sausages in here. It's very similar.
Yeah, I haven't had potted meat in years, so I always buy it because my dad loved that shit, man. It's disgusting, but so full, it's all salt, but it's actually pretty damn good.
Oh, man, it's nothing but eyelids and buttholes, but I've ate my share.
But I did think of you, Dakota, because when I was in North Carolina up in the Highlands, we were at the Ingalls grocery store, and I just happened to just wander over to the tobacco section, and they had dental snuff, and they had all the snuff there. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen this out in the wild. They had all these brands of pipe tobacco out in the wild. Here, we don't see that, you know.
I've shopped at the Eagle. That's a like heavily discount store, right? They have their own brand of stuff.
To me, they were kind of like almost like the North Carolina. Well, I don't know where they're from, but
like Save a Lot type deal.
No, it was actually more higher end. I wasn't expecting it. It was more like a Publix almost.
Okay, like well, I have a former in-laws that lives in Pennsylvania, and I thought Eagles was the place she went to get their brand name stuff for ridiculously cheap, like Eagle brand, like
it's
chicken
Ingles
soup.
with an I-Igles.
Oh no! I've seen that brand. That is a big one. I didn't know that's how that was pronounced. I know where you're talking about. Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea if that's pronounced correctly or not. Ingles. I don't know.
I know where you're talking about. I've never been there. Never seen one.
But they had the snuff, and I almost bought some, but my wife would have literally killed me if I was like,
Hey,
That's what you
Alex
gotta buy when
Cigar Vice is in the
they're
chat.
not around.
Man, Timber Drifter says liverwurst and onion sandwich. Oh man, best breath ever after that. Well, I mean, he's not wrong. Fried bologna is great. David G. Cigar Vice says. Scott says pot of meat is what they squeegee off the floor at the end of the shift, but it's tasty.
It's a pot of meat. I'm all about it.
Yeah, man.
List, but man,
It's the Swisher Sweet of meats.
It really is, man.
I brought a can back just to have. I have it in my pantry, just waiting.
I have an obsession. Canned fish, sardines, mackerel, you name it. I absolutely love it.
Hey, Porch Piper Tom's here, guys. He says, "Is the food?
Hey,
is this the
Tom.
Food Channel live stream?"
Tom, did you get your Bing? I know Johnny sent you the reminder. Did you get a Bing? Your merchant service? Because Johnny got his.
Those merchant service Bings are incredible.
The most accurate reproduction as well.
Historically correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Deviled chicken sandwiches on toast. Dutch.
Yeah.
On toast specifically. Oh, buddy.
Deviled chicken? What is that?
It's like a spread. There's deviled ham as well, but think of a minced chicken salad, almost.
Okay.
Dakota can attest to this with my addiction to canned food. I ended up joining a canned fish. I joined a Facebook group for canned fish because there's a Facebook group for everything. And this group started off pretty normal considering it was about canned fish. And all of a sudden it got weird.
I was so happy that it went that route. Listen, Hunter turns me onto this canned fish group, and instantly it turns into like some of the gun groups I'm in. Like if you start getting those gun groups on Facebook, you'll have the old FUD stuff, and they're like, hold up their 1911, and they're like 2 world wars, and those are great. I'm a part of those too. And then you'll have these younger autistic gun guys who are pointing it at their crotch and seeing who can get like the edgiest with it. And that's kind of how this tinned fish group went. It went pretty edgy, and I thought it was fantastic.
It just started off people like, hey, what's your favorite brand of sardines? And it ended up being a complete show off with guns. And I mean, like, it got to the point.
Oh, there was feet picks in there too.
Dude,
feet picks, guns. It was awesome.
Like, pretty sure there's some illegal stuff in there, joints and like tuna. It was just like.
And you're like, I just want to know if Nuri was good, or you guys are freaking me out, man.
Yeah, we'll never know now. But that dude had a horrible ingrown toenail that I hope he gets checked out.
It was the most random group to turn wild. And I'm like, what in the F did I walk into?
Fish
now, here's what'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if the canned fish group started talking about pipes on their live feed.
It's an alternate universe is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Brian, you still smoking the same thing, or you got something different there?
I am, yes.
How's it going for you?
Wonderful.
I've
been, I got into kind of polishing up these estate pipes because, quite frankly, because I wanted more pipes and I couldn't afford to go buy new ones. And so, but now, like this one, I polished, it came out so beautiful that now I'm kind of passionate about the old ones. I'd almost rather have old estate pipe and sand it all up, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it because estate pipes are awesome. Actually, guys, I got something to hold up for the chat, and specifically this one is for Alec or anyone else that might take interest. I didn't know this was a thing, but I saw today at the grocery store non-alcoholic Elysian Space Dust IPA, probably my top 5 IPA beers, and there is a non-alcoholic version. So I don't know if that interests anyone in here. I took that to send to Alex since he's in here. I'm going to show him now. There is a non-alcohol Elysian Space Dust. Oh, it's called Easy Dust IPA. I guess that's the same as their Space Dust. It's the same artwork, but I know the actual regular IPA is fantastic. It's very similar to Flying Dog Brewery Raging Bitch, but a little bit smoother, well-rounded. But just wanted to throw that out there if there's anyone out there that want to try non-alcoholic stuff. Give them more options.
Nice. Speaking of show and tell, I got this one from Smoking Pipes. This is a little Brulor.
Yep.
Gorgeous little pipe.
I love Brulor, and I always get I wait for them to come out with the saddle stems. I have this one. This little pot is amazing, and this guy's even tinier. This is going to be like my travel pack.
Yeah, and they're like $60 or something stupid cheap too. They're great.
Yeah, $50. Yeah, they're like they're damn near 70 years old. Never been smoked. They're freaking amazing. I was sold off when I bought this one off just on a whim. Yeah, so like $50, you get this new old stock from France. Tiny. It's literally like super
That's a beauty.
tiny. But yeah, this is great for travel versus like lugging this thing around. You can't.
Yeah, considerably different.
So Porch Piper Tom did get a new pipe, but it was not the Bing's Merchant Service. He said he opted for the Grunwald's Volcano that he showed on the live yesterday.
I'm so glad you got that, Tom. He makes such nice work. I really wish I supported him by now, and I haven't yet. But it's one of the makers that he's been very nice to me, and I would absolutely. He's got a couple shapes that he does so well. I would love to support him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I might pick some up from him in Columbus when I see him, because I'm the same way. I've talked to him, I've smoked with him, I hung out with him. He had some really beautiful ones in Chicago, but I already had my budget spent, over 3/4 spent before I even showed up, just to pick up pipes that I had arranged.
You know, when I met him in Muletown, I didn't realize who he was while I was like hanging out with him and talking to him. And it wasn't until later on Instagram, I seen one of his Blowfish pipes and saw the name, and I'm like, I held that pipe, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't ever put the name together with him, but he was a delightful man to smoke with. He was awesome.
Yeah, and that Emberling line he came out with is just great. They're so affordable. He's having fun making some crazy shapes. It's great.
Yeah, I need to support him. He's on my list, honestly.
Well, y'all, my pipe is done, and I am done for this evening. Y'all have a great one.
Season's great seeing you, sir. You have a great, wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by, sir.
Good night, man.
Thanks, all. See ya.
Timber Drifter has one of those Brulor, however you pronounce it, Bulldogs. He says it's one of his favorites, top 10 for sure. That's awesome. I'd like to see that, Timber.
Yeah, just keep your eye on them. They get some stock once in a while. They have it right now, but I look for a particular shape and style. And as soon as I see it pop up, I'm all over it.
I'm a sucker for a Bulldog, among other stuff. Yusuf is in the chat. What's going on, Yusuf? It is 5:30 in the morning in Zambia. That's still where he's at, puffing on some Sherlock Holmes in a Cobb. Sounds like a good time.
Got Cameron, a.k.a. Smoky Stash as well. Good buddy of ours.
Oh, I missed him. Where's he at? There he is. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping by, Cameron. Hope you're doing well, sir. See, if it wasn't for you, Hunter, I would have missed Smoke Stash right there, man. I hate that, but it's hard. It's like jumping plates over here.
It is hard to keep track of it.
Well, trying to keep conversation with multiple people at once and keep up with the chat that's constantly moving, tend to the pipe, tend to the beer. It's a lot to do.
But we do our best, and we hope everybody forgives us for our shortcomings. Sweet, Tom. Can't wait to see it.
And so I have moved on to a Morgan Bones Billiard, one that I picked up at Muletown. And this blend, Port Ellen Deal, 8th State Burley, 2026 with the Guatemalan Dark Burley. It's a good blend.
Beautiful blend.
I love
Delicious
that stuff.
blend. Delicious blend.
Amazing. They did a fantastic job on this one.
Dutch is having some easy times and a Dagner.
That's one of my favorite sleeper blends that not a lot of people talk about. I've got a 10 of that from 2004 that is so bulged, it is ready to explode.
From what year?
2004.
22 years, my goodness.
Right.
And 2004, they were using 20-year-old Darkfire Kentucky.
Matthew is in the chat. He's having some Bayou and a Dracula 999. Beautiful, beautiful pipe. Beautiful pipe. I like that one. Gary Papa Bear just got a Dracula. I don't know if he told me the shape or not. I'd have to check the email, but he's got one coming in. I'm super excited for him. I think those pipes, the contrast with the red stem, just look red and black stem, I guess I should say, look incredible.
I have a 10 of Bijou I've been meaning to open. I got out of the box pass we had that one.
I said Bayou.
Oh, I didn't even notice. But,
I said it wrong. Bijou.
But my thing is, I've got so many blends I need to try. You know, I've got the Chicago blend, the 2026 version with the Virginia. I plan on opening that one up. Good buddy of mine just sent me a 10 of Fires on the Levee. He heard me say that I missed out on that one and I regretted it. And I thought he was sending a sample, and then in the mail comes a, full unopened 10. But I do have the 10 of Bijou. Hopefully I'll make it around to it soon enough and give that a go.
Dr. Bob's Nightmare says you can make up for missing his chats by doing a caterpillar of Rustica Toke tonight. I don't know about that. We'll see what we could do. Timber Drifter's having some American Spirit organic rolling tobacco in a tiny mirror. That's really good tobacco. Pretty good, actually. That's like the Japanese approach. I'm not against that at all. Yusuf said yesterday he tried an Angolan tobacco called Hit the Nick. He said it's similar to Five Brothers and Stout. Sounds good.
I'd give it a go.
I got some American Spirit Black. It has a Perique in it.
Yep.
And I smoked that in my little Baby Wellington. It's just a little mini well pipe.
Yeah, how'd that go? Because that's a good blend, actually.
It's nice. Sometimes if I don't have time in the morning and I just want to have a few minutes, I'll puff that, and it's good.
Dude, that sounds delicious, actually. I love the American Spirit Black cigarettes. I used to buy those back in the day. Pretty sure I might have force-fed Hunter one or two of them. I'm not sure, but they're really good.
I've had the blacks, so maybe they came from you. I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah, those are really high quality.
Not a cigarette guy, but I still think my favorite of all time is Unfiltered Camels, the OG.
I'm a fan.
But,
had a couple.
$13 a pack. Insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
Really hoping I can make it to Muletown next year.
Yeah, me too.
It's the I don't know, Chicago. That'd be a difficult one to do, but of all the ones that are possible, Muletown would be the preferred, I believe.
Yeah, I can't think of any I would rather go to.
Don't discount Chicago. I'm telling you, try to see if you can figure it out, dude. It keeps growing. The list of people. Jeffrey's going to be making it to Chicago now. The list of guys that are going to Chicago next year keeps growing, man. So just keep thinking about it.
Good night, right, Brad. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Great chatting with you, man.
Airfare so much, getting everything over. I don't know, man.
You know what though? That's the only one good thing about Chicago though is it's like trying to get to Atlanta. It's such a big hub that sometimes you can really, if you get at the right time, you can find some real good prices on airfare into those bigger airports like that. That's the only benefit to it.
It's connected to O'Hare Airport, right?
You literally can take the shuttle from the hotel. It'll pick you up right at the airport.
That's pretty
you can see the airport from the hotel,
Yeah.
So there's no hassle that way,
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I still think Muletown would be more feasible, but I'm not saying Chicago couldn't happen.
That's all I'm saying is don't just feel like I'll never ever make it to Chicago, you know. And I was just talking to Tom. I was like, we got to get Tom up there because Johnny's going to be there, and you guys, Jess goes every year. You know, he's down there every year. So Jess Piping's down there, and he's such a great dude to hang out with.
Chicago's fun. I haven't been in over 10 years. I enjoyed it while I was there, but it wasn't for pipes. So I might have an even better time this go around if I make it.
You would have an insane time for seeing the people, talking to the people. You'd like the events, just being able to go in and so many events. And I'll tell you, if we do that blending thing, that's going to be insane where they do that, where they have everybody from Jeremy Reeves down to like trying to get some guys like Big John in there to talk about how their philosophy is of making and coming up with blends. I'm excited to get in and see that. I hope that really they get that nailed down.
You know what's crazy? I like to do the reviews. Obviously, I love to smoke tobacco and I get real nerdy with it. But I just don't really have any desire to do my own blending. And you have folks like Walt who are really, really getting into it, you know what I mean, with amazing results. And I like smoking the stuff, but I don't know.
I wouldn't be interested in to learn how to blend on my own. It would just to be the thought process of their brain and how they go about coming up with the stuff too, you know, and what their process is to create a blend or what they're looking for. And obviously nerding out on the tobacco quality and how they pick and what they pick and determining what, you know, your crop they want to use for what even.
Guys, let me derail the conversation for 1 second. I got to ask a question before it disappears. Dutch says 1.5 to 12 Pix C on a Psionics. A Psionics is a really high-end AR. A 1x5x12 is a variable. I don't know if that'd quite be an LPVO or an MPVO, but I'm not sure about the Pix C designation. But Dutch, let me know what you talk about there, and I can't hold up any firearms guys during the live. It's an instant shut off. The algorithm will get you just because people use lives to document horrific crimes. But the gun talk is fun, and I want to know what Dutch is talking about. Guys, I'll be right back. I got to get some caffeine.
I guess I would be interested in the blending table just to see the thought process of those who are doing it for real.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it from a point of I'm going to use this to make my own blends. But if I could use the knowledge to understand the blends that I'm smoking better, then absolutely.
You get somebody like, you know, Jeremy up there or like Greg up there talking about how they envision their stuff and bring it to fruition and kind of stuff like that would be pretty freaking.
Now, that I would get into, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they did that tea tasting seminar this year for the first time where the Chinese came in and did that, and they are going to do that like and ramp it up for next year. That was so great. Just the whole breaking down the process and the different types, and you're just sitting there drinking this like insane, delicious Chinese tea that we've never seen or heard of, and they're doing it in all the traditional ways of prepping it. Oh, dude!
Robert, get your butt in here and do some Rustica. Tonight is your night, my man. It's the PLX C MPVO in Mills. Is that I know which company makes that. Hold on. We'll check that out. Y'all go ahead. Keep up. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Keep going, man.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed at the what people can taste. I mean, I'll taste the tobacco. I'm like, oh, this one's a little spicy, or this one's kind of sweet, or this one's grassy. But people can taste like, oh yeah, my son, he's got really good taste buds, and we're smoking Oryx Golden Slice together, and I'm saying, oh, this is kind of citrusy, and he's like, that tastes like bergamot to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, and it does, but I don't naturally gravitate to being able to pick those out quite so distinctly. So some of those people who mix and blend tobacco, like Jeremy Reeves, he's got to be able to taste those things in the tobacco when he's mixing it, so he knows what it's going to come together like. And that's amazing to me.
All right, Robert, safe travels, buddy. No pressure. Safe travels. You be safe texting there, man. He's on the road traveling. Dutch, that is Primary Arms, and I do have one of their optics. Actually, I have one of their fixed power ACOG style scopes, which I really like. I'm a big fan of Primary Arms. Anyway, different conversation. Sometimes, Brian, when I'm talking to Hunter, because Hunter's like a lot closer to being an actual super taster than I am. I enjoy tobacco, and I try sometimes to describe what I'm tasting in a meaningful way, and he really just nails it. And it's not me. I don't know if he actually is enjoying it any more than me, but sometimes he can certainly taste a lot better than I can.
I don't think I'm a super taster by any means. I've spent a lot of times just zeroing in and putting my own name to particular flavors that I've noticed pop up over time. And so when I can give it a name myself, you know what I mean? You start to see these patterns. It's almost like music, you know what I mean? I can hear a song and hear certain patterns that I've heard so much I pick up on. Flavor is kind of the same way. And you get this own identity in your head of what a flavor is and a way that makes sense to you. So, but I think it's something that if you want to be able to do it, anyone can. You know what I mean? It's just, do you want to take the time to sit down and do nothing but smoke the pipe? No TV, no video game, no anything. You know what I mean? It's just you and the pipe and writing down specifically what you're tasting. And then also time to take people like Jim Inks and read his review as you smoke along and try to point out the flavor notes that he has to see the same thing. It's just a lot of individual training and just documenting your experience throughout the years with all these different blends, and eventually the dots connect and things start making sense. But even then, my palate's not up to par this week. I was able to do my review of Flake Medallions. I'm happy with it, but it took a little bit more work than it should have. What I decided was this particular blend just is very consistent from beginning of the bowl to the end of the bowl for the most part. And so I thought it was me. I had to switch it up a little bit, and it's just a blend.
I know last week you guys asked me about how the Perique was coming through on the exclusive I was smoking, and about what came to my mind was it was pretty good. But but yeah, Perique comes through lots of different ways, but it's just it's good.
That works, man. That works with me. I like the way it's hitting.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, you had your chance for this very pipe. You and Hunter both did, and you guys passed it up, okay?
I ended up with this one instead.
Chris, Robert said he looked everywhere for Merchant Service Lovat today. Nada.
Yeah, they're going to be hard to come by because he's, like I said, he's focusing mostly on those Bings because the demand is so high for him that that's what he's making, and he's a one-man shop trying to keep up with stuff. So if you find a Lovat, I mean, I don't know if Missouri Meerschaum has any left. That would be probably your best bet of finding one for the most part. And if it's not there, you're just going to, I guess, have to wait till he starts making them or hope one shows up, randomly, or you can find in a state like Dakota did and snag it that way.
No. I bought mine.
You got yours new from Missouri Meerschaum, right?
Yeah.
All Missouri Meerschaum has at the moment is a pot shape, a brandy shape, and a bent billiard shape as far as Merchant Service goes.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine here in Canada has a nice Merchant Service big. He just showed it to me the other day. Like, sexy pipe.
They are. And guys, the owner was a true gentleman, super just chill guy. I talked to him for 5 minutes before someone told me who he was. You know what I mean? I was talking to him just as a fellow pipe smoker, and another guy that knew me is like, "Do you know who this is?" And the other guy just kind of looked away. He did, it meant nothing to him. And it was like one of those authentic experiences. It was very cool. And if it wasn't for Hunter, I probably wouldn't have bought this pipe because I thought it probably already sold. And he come out talking about it. He's like, I was going to buy this pipe, but I didn't. And like, I had to leave because I had to get some air. I was dying, literally. And I was getting ready to go back in because I hadn't made a pipe purchase yet. And Hunter come outside. He's like, man, there's this merchant service sandblast that looked good. I almost bought it. And he got something else instead. And so I knew it was still in there. So I ran in there, bought it, and ran back out.
He was going in to buy it. He just kind of like got up from the table and walked away and went in the building. I'm like, okay, cool. Comes back out and he has it. And I'm like, dude, what the?
Yep. Yeah.
But I saw that pipe. I knew it would be riding home with me. I just didn't realize once we got to West Virginia, it'd be going to his house and not mine. But I was partially correct.
Yeah, the grain on this thing, guys. The grain and the blast is really nice.
Yeah, and I ordered up today. I jumped on the Bing, the rusticated Bing with the smooth top.
Oh, so man. Listen, if they had any of those, I probably would have bought those. I'm glad I didn't. I have a Sav Bing's favorite. I understand it's not the same, but I'm just saying I'm so happy with this pipe. Really like it. It's a smaller pipe. It's light. It's elegant. It's sleek looking. Like you were showing me that one yesterday in the shank, and I was telling you, now this has got stuff in it, so I'm going to cover it here. But I was telling you how sleek pencil shank this one was. You know what I mean? That profile. I actually ended up a lot happier with it. It was the opposite of buyer's remorse. I fell in love with this pipe after I purchased it. It was great.
Hunter, it's starting tomorrow. I'll be smoking all my 673s for the next couple of weeks.
So only smoking those?
Yeah.
You gonna go through a rotation?
Yeah. 2-week rotation of 673s.
Is that one every day?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I actually smoked my number one today. It's been a couple of weeks since I smoked it. We've been doing a lot of Virginias on the podcast, and where some of them I weren't familiar with, I wanted to use a Virginia dedicated pipe. But with the one we smoked tonight, Davidoff Lake Medallions, I've smoked a good bit of it, and I went ahead and used the number one 673 because I kind of missed it. It's been a while. And it's one of those things, you know, it's like an extension of my body where I've used that pipe so much. It just was good to use it again. So I'm right there with you with, using the 673s.
My favorite pipes that I'm starting with next on tomorrow. Favorite shape.
They're great, man. They are.
Mm-hmm.
They're classic. They're personal. Like everybody in here that watch matches, you know. So it's thankfully they work well, right? And they're great pipes because we all fell in love. I don't know if that was your reason, but if matches never made a video, they'd still be great pipes, right? But for me, that's what cements it into my mind's eye. You know what I mean?
It's match's fault. I'll admit it.
So I couldn't just. My two favorite YouTube pipe presenters back in the day was, of course, Matches 8670 or 860. Yeah, I got his name and the pipe mixed up. So we had Matches 860, but also Mutton Chop Piper. Matches used the Savinelli 673. Mutton Chop Piper used the Savinelli 122 pot-shaped pipe.
Yes,
and
sir.
I could afford one, but I couldn't afford them both. And then I discovered the Rossi line. And for basically the cost of one Savinelli, I could get an 8673 and an 8122 and test them both out. I really thought I was going to be a 122 guy. And I do love a 122 shape. I've bought another one since then, but I ended up falling in love with the 673.
Oh, man. Yusuf is heading out. Yusuf, have a wonderful night, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Always great talking to you. Timber Drifter, now smoking a 673 second with Pegasus. Started smoking that before you guys mentioned the shape. How cool is that? They're ubiquitous, man, especially within the YouTube world. You know what I mean?
They smoke a lot of blends really well, but Burley really does shine in one. Just something about the dimensions and Burley just really go together.
They click. They certainly do. Pegasus is such a friendly blend, man. I think Hunter, when you made that as a recommendation, to solid. Pegasus is
Yep.
a friendly blend to smoke. It's just easy going.
At least as an introduction to Cornell and Deal Burley, because again, Cornell and Deal Burley is a very controversial type.
It's kind of its own thing. You're not wrong. It has its own
little
DNA
rough.
in Burley, right? It does
It's a
Burley
little
its
rough.
own way.
C&D Burleys are a little rough when fresh.
I saw someone say one time that Cornell and Deal makes pipe tobacco for cigar smokers, where the tobacco is so raw and kind of natural and unadulterated. I mean, you could take something like what people call the pinnacle of tobacco, like a McClellan Virginia. You know what I mean? And even though it's not topped, it's a lot more processed than a Cornell and Deal blend would be, as far as the vinegar solutions and the sweeteners and everything they do to give it that McClellan flavor. You know, even an untopped pipe tobacco blend is still pretty heavily processed because it is a pipe tobacco blend. It's just that Cornell and Deal does things differently. Even their Virginias are earthier, almost a little bit more Burley-like. Seen a lot of complaint online about it, but that's the mindset behind Cornell and Deal, is very natural leaf coming through.
Which I like. I like that.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but I do enjoy it. Matthew says he likes the Old Joe Blue.
The only one I've ever had is the original Old Joe.
Same, and it's so good. I don't even want to try the white or blue. I need to. Don't get me wrong. I need to.
Well, that's the thing. I did the same thing. I have the white. I have the blue. I have all the Old Joe Crances, but I just keep grabbing the OG original one.
Dude, it is like what you get for the money. For me, it's probably how Hunter feels about Haunted Bookshop, right?
Yeah, probably.
You know, Haunted Bookshop suits him better. Old Joe Krantz, it just suits me better. And I like Haunted Bookshop. Don't get me wrong, guys.
I like Old Joe Krantz.
Right. But I think Old Joe Krantz, as far as any of C&D's bulk Burleys, Old Joe Krantz would be the one. If like I could pick only one of those styles to have for the rest of my life, it would be Old Joe Krantz, and I don't feel like I'd be compromising at all. Like, it's just a solid blend, a no-frills blend. And even though it's simple and straightforward, I had one of my optimum smokes with that blend. I had this incredible out-of-nowhere experience one time with Old Joe Krantz, and I'm talking about pulling out flavors and just, you know, I was almost seeing spirit visions. It was incredible. It might have been laced, I'm not sure, but it was truly incredible. And that's not typically the blend that you're going to have an ultimate smoke with. You know what I mean? But I did. It happened. I had this crazy, great experience with it one time. And I think it's fabulous.
Headed to the kitchen for a refill. I'll be back.
It's one of my top blends.
I know you like it too. I know you like it, man. And you like the Big and Burley, which I do as well. For me, in order, the big three there would be Old Joe, Big and Burley, and then Haunted Bookshop. I know Hunter probably dies a little bit on the inside when I say that, but
no, man, I really Old Joe Krantz. I just, out of the two, I prefer Haunted Bookshop, but I've never been disappointed with Old Joe Krantz. And even if you like Big and Burley more than Haunted Bookshop, that's okay too. I get it. That's a fantastic blend. And that was one that I didn't really fully understand at first until I had a weekend where it was me and Big and Burley and nothing else. I limited myself for whatever reason to that 10. I think I heard someone else smoking it, and I'm like, I'm going to give that another go. Made myself smoke it for a weekend. By the end of the weekend, Big and Burley and I were really getting along.
Carrie's got a great comment here. I really love it. She says she's been smoking more of the Codger blends and had a bowl of Haunted Bookshop and it felt like a cleaner smoke. Hope that makes sense. It does. Haunted Bookshop is very clean smoke. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I cannot agree more. Tom says he had an out-of-body experience one time, and Chris said, was that the time you blew out all the bong water? All the water out of the bong? So Timber Drifter's got a good point here. Old Joe was the first tobacco he had as an adult that made him sick. That was a long time ago, but I still don't want it. It is stout. Old Joe is a stout blend. There's a lot of nicotine, and it is rough around the edges. It is not refined.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's not quality and it ain't tasty, but it is rough around the edges. It's blended to be exactly what it ended up being, but it's got a little bite to it. I don't mean bite like tongue bite. I mean like a little mule kick.
That's when I warn people when I do my my thoughts on for my channel. Like, if I say be careful with it, there's a reason to be careful with it because, you know, it's got kick.
What you smoke, yeah, it's warranted.
You know? And I don't want people, in all honesty, to get sick or puking their guts out, crying to God, saying, "Why did he say this was a good blend?" And I tried it. All that, you know. I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm just like this tearjerker. It's half dark burley and half dark fired Kentucky.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it sounds completely out of balance, but it sounds good to me.
It would be right up your alley, Hunter's alley, maybe even Chris's alley, because Chris likes dark fired Kentucky, but it's half dark burley and half dark fired Kentucky.
Robert's bringing out a Half Baked quote. I don't know if everybody's watched Half Baked, but he says Wesley pipes. David G says, Tom, sometimes I wonder if I ever came back from my out of body experience.
Zoom user, you know Northwest Pipe Smoker Tom?
I do.
Yeah, tell Tom Everett's still smoking those nasty burleys. He'll know who I am.
Okay.
Way back. He knows me.
When I first tried that old Joe Krantz, I was pretty new to pipe smoking, and I was like, "Oh, this is not for me. This was terrible." But now I love it. So your palate changes, you know.
It does change. It's a natural thing that happens, and you know what I say? I just follow the changes, whatever you're into at that time. Just explore that, you know what I mean? And just hold on to tobacco that maybe you're falling out of favor with for a little while. And usually at some point you'll find your way back to it. And the age will do it good. So yeah, follow those palate changes. Don't try to resist. Don't try to fight. Just
that's right.
Go and
lean into it, man.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to approach it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
All the time. For the past 2 or 3 months, I've been smoking Virginias every single evening, and Virginias only. And this week, for some reason, I've been wanting Burley. I had one amazing bowl of H.H. Burley Flake a week or two ago, and since then, I've been smoking some Haunted Bookshop and a few different blends, but
I missed Hunter can attest to this, guys. I missed out on so much for so many years because I didn't roll with the palate changes and stubbornly stayed in a rut, right? And I'm at a place now where I know what I missed, and I love all these different things just because I fought it, you know. So real quick, guys, Mr. Dearly is in the chat. Here's my friend that's got a love for the Lakeland Essence. He really likes it, and we've been discussing in some of my comments some of the stuff he's been liking. So he was asking me about the dark, I guess, flake scented, because there's not a dark plug scented, is there?
There is not.
Okay, so he was asking me about the dark flake scented. I was just smoking the dark plug unscented yesterday, and I really like how he describes it. I don't think it was for me, but one of the things I said in the comment when I was replying back to him today is I will give it a shot at some point. I honestly will.
So the base of the blend, the base tobaccos, is going to be the same as what's used in dark plug.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what happened with that Bosun
plug?
Bosun, was it Flake? Bosun Flake that 209 Johnny sent us. Like, the base tobaccos on paper looked incredible. The tin aroma was awesome. And it was so difficult for me to get past the geranium oil. Is that what we said it was when we looked it up?
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, something like that. But I really thought I was going to enjoy that one, man. And I couldn't even get it going. It was just so off-putting to me. And I didn't want that to be the thing, but it really was.
And then vice versa, we had 1792 Flake by Samuel Gollett. Ended up falling in love with the Tonkin Bean.
See, Mr. Dearly says the Bosun cut plug is a beast. It's so good. See, he's into this stuff. I'm so happy for it. I don't think it's clove oil, man. I've had clove cigarettes, and it's not the same thing. I don't know. He says clove oil. I'm not sure.
I like Coniston cut plug. I think I've had Bosun cut plug too. I like that.
Yeah.
I like Ennerdale.
I like that.
I like Ennerdale.
Even if it's not my thing, man, I'm so happy for the people that enjoy it because I know some of the stranger flavors I enjoy. Let's be honest. 1792 flavor Cobb Plug, that's kind of an odd flavor when you really objectively look at it. And I'm crazy about it. I absolutely love it. And it's kind of weird, but I love it. It's so delicious. If someone was to say, I wanted to like it, but I couldn't find myself liking it, dude, that'd be totally understandable. It's unlike any other flavor on the planet almost, but it is so good to me.
1792, you can't go wrong with.
Oh, man. I love it.
Had that.
It's a stout one, though. It's a stout one.
Got a backbone to it for sure.
Hey, we just got an update, Hunter, on the second My Father's cigar out of the Honduras factory after the blue. The La Lapdad. Robert just had it, I guess, and he said it's a fantastic smoke. I haven't even had the blue yet, Robert. I still need to get the My Father blue. I love My Father cigars, and I haven't had even the blue yet, so I'm behind the curve there on the My Father cigars. They're so good. David G says,
David G.
Mr. Dearly says 1792 is a total favorite of mine. I also learned that tonka bean is a delicious spice to cook with too. I hear certain things about consuming it and the amounts and quantities and toxicity, so haven't messed with it yet. I know Snuffs at Home recently did a video doing something with a tonka bean. He had the actual physical bean, so that'd be interesting. Dutch says that his go-to stout blend is GLP's Jackknife Ready Rub. I do have a tin of the Jackknife Plug in the cellar. At some point, me and Hunter will review that on the podcast. I have not.
I got a tin of the Plugged and the Ready Rub, and I was like, I got to get into that sometime.
I have one of them. I just don't remember if it's
Hey, Robert, don't leave yet, Robert. Let me grab something.
Jackknife is a stout one too, but it's really, really nice. Then again, what do I know about tobacco? Because I just smoke the root shit all the time, right?
Well, that's it. Like, so we're like, and it is, right? So we say it's a stout one because, like, you want to warn people. But I'm like, I smoke it. I'm like, no, it's just a real damn good tobacco. I mean, I can't argue when you say it's a stout one, but like in the back of my head, I'm like going, it's not that bad. But for other people, they could be green around the gills for the whole rest of the day.
Robert says that 1792 Bottled and Bond is also great. I just happened to pick up a 1792 Bottled and Bond today. This is a store pick. I don't know how that works with a Bottled and Bond, but this is a 1792 Bottled and Bond store pick. And I'm sure I paid more than everyone else would for it, but I'm excited to have it. So random, he said that, and I just picked one up today.
Chris, were you getting hit by the wildfire smoke?
Oh yeah, it's brutal in here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I saw the best meme ever pertaining to that. It showed this guy with a mullet, blue jean shirt, smoking a cigarette, and it said. It said West Virginia, but it said air conditioned in West Virginia today, just like the smoking session in a Ponderosa in the 1990s. I was like, that's great.
It's bad, man. Like, especially like, what was that? Thursday, I think was like the first day we had. Was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday was the first day we had it. And it was like, it literally looked like a dense fog, and visibility was down to less than like a half a mile, but it wasn't fog. It was smoke. And it was bad. It was that thick. It smelled so bad. Like, I couldn't even and I'm obviously in the garage, so it breathes different than the house is sealed up better than the garage is, but I didn't open the garage. I just went out into the garage like I do in the morning to check the temperature and see if I can go out there and smoke. And it smelled so bad just in the garage. I was like, it's not going to be enjoyable to smoke out here. Like, it smelled just like a dumpster fire, man.
Real quick, guys, Porch Piper Tom's heading out, man. Thanks for talking about it, Tom. It's always great talking to you, brother.
Yep. Good night.
Tom is near and dear to my heart as a friend. When he showed up at Muletown, you guys would have thought Elvis had entered the building. Y'all never seen nothing like it. My goodness. Listen, he got so swamped that I almost got smothered by panties, and I was just running up to him. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of that scene in Wayne's World where they're like, I am not worthy, and they're bowing.
Yeah. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
That's what happened at Muletown when Tom showed up.
Oh, someone's jumping in here. Let me see who we got. Yeah, that was great. Oh, looky.
Might actually have to call this one an early night. I'm having some problems staying awake here.
Well, hold on. Let's see if Mr. Smoky Stash can help.
Little Smoky Stash.
Cameron, what's up, buddy? You're muted, man.
You are muted at the moment, though.
There we go.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, doing good. Busy day.
You got your wife's square body behind you?
Oh, the Bronco?
Show that puppy off.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I got to move a bunch of crap.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put you on the spot,
buddy.
buddy.
Up and now he's getting comfortable. He was all set up.
I know. Look at this thing, guys. Oh, my goodness. It
I actually watched it today.
Oh, dude, it is so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hey, speaking of our Muletown experience, we've known Cameron for a while. He's been a guest several times on the podcast, but we did run into him at Muletown. That was awesome. Cameron, do you plan on being back next year? Do you know yet?
Oh, I plan on it for sure because, dude, I don't know if I talked to y'all about that. I got super sick whenever I was there, so I didn't really get to enjoy the show much.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if I had the flu or what.
I remember you mentioning something about it, but we didn't ever get into it. Come down with something, did you?
Yeah, it was bad. And whenever I headed to Muletown, I got on the plane and stuff, and I was kind of just getting like, a little tickle in my throat, whatever, stuff like that. I was like, okay. Well, they had just cut hay on my neighbor's property, so I was like, oh, it's probably allergies. And, after that first day, so I met y'all, stuff like that. The next morning, I was feeling pretty rough that night. Next morning, woke up, felt decent, went and got breakfast, stuff like that, headed back to Briarworks, and felt decent throughout the day. And then that evening, holy crap, yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, everybody went back and hung out. I stayed at the house, and I freaking was running a fever. I was all cuddled up under a blanket watching Peaky Blinders. I passed out for like 2 hours, woke back up. And body aches and all that stuff. Yeah, it was rough.
And I hate that was your experience there. And I also want to apologize. I know you understand this, but we just didn't really get to see each other a whole lot at Muletown. But it's so busy and it's so packed with people. It's nearly impossible to talk to everyone, even though you know everyone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it was overwhelming for me, and probably had a bit too much fun, up a little bit too late Friday night, which probably made my Saturday a little bit more taxing, That and the awful waffle and Hunter's food recommendations. It might not have been his recommendation, but...
No, I'll tell you how we really messed up. So, we're not 21 anymore. We found that out. Okay, so staying up late...
Oh, yeah.
Really late for us didn't help, but because we're in West Virginia, we have a time zone. So we lose an hour going back. What we didn't consider is that the time changed that Saturday night. So on the way back, we actually lost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't realize this till like 11 o'clock at night, Saturday night at this pavilion we rented out. And they're like, yeah, the time changed tonight. And we did the math, losing 2 hours, and we felt it.
Yeah, it'll catch up with you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had a great time, though. We really did. Mr. Dearly put a comment on that we all kind of feel at times, have a hard time explaining, and then anyone who even mentions it gets beat up on. So I'm not going to say I agree with his wording completely, but Mr. Dearly says he loves the Gaulle-style plugs. The Cornell and Dill ones just kind of unravel. I love Cornell and Dill, but they're not good at making plugs. So there's something to be said here, and it seems like anyone who even observes or mentions this gets villainized. But I'm that guy. I'm not afraid to talk about anything because I know myself, and I come from a pure place. It's just an observation. If you talk about Cornell and Dill's flakes being softer, a lot of people will just beat you up for that observation. I don't dislike them at all. I'm glad we have that variety out there on the market. But yeah, European style flaker plug versus what Cordell and Dills has going on, they're two different things. I, for one, I'm glad to have the different variations out there.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you're explaining a flake made by Cordell and Dill, just if Hunter buys a tin and splits it with me of a Cordell and Dill flake, putting it from the tin to the Mylar, by the time it gets to me, it is already a broken flake ready rub. You don't even have to do much to it. And that's just the state of things. It's not a bad thing necessarily. But boy, some people get really uptight if you mention it. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way. As long as the tobacco is good, I don't really care what you call your presentation of it. But like Crescent Rising, for instance, when I opened it up, it's supposed to be a flake. Like Dakota mentioned, usually by the time you open the tin up, you've kind of got more of a broken flake. This was just a thick ribbon cut, really, at this point. I mean, there was nothing resembling flake left. Do I mind? No, I usually rub my flakes out anyhow, so it's not a big deal. I've come to expect it. Wording was kind of funny, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was a good blend. I really enjoyed it. So it's just
that's all I care about. At the end of the day, that's all I care about.
It's a great blend, but I straight up disagree with the description on that one. I'll be the first to say it's not what it was advertised to be. In any way, is it a solely red Virginia like they're saying, or predominantly red Virginia blend? You will not be able to convince me of that. That being said, I love the blend. It was really fantastic.
And I agree. You know, it's not quite what the description says, at least based on what I consider to be a flake. You know what I mean? But what you said, what Chris said, as long as the tobacco is good, I'm good with it. It's like Watch City Cigars Bostonian Rhapsody. It was advertised on the website as being a Virginia Perique blend. It's actually got a pretty strong top note to it. That being said, it was a really good blend, so I wasn't upset. I enjoyed the blend, but it wasn't quite what I was expecting based on the description either. So description could have been a little different on the website, but it ended up okay in the end.
Well, they do start talking about these mature red Virginias, and I mean, you know, once you get into this level, and this is a blend I like. This is an aromatic I can smoke. Keep that in mind. But what it doesn't take a whole lot of this top note that you're like, I'm really not sure what's underneath. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot of that to muddle the waters. Timber Drifter brings up a good point. He says, I'm not going to beat anyone up over their opinion of plug density. I agree. If you were to ask me what my favorite was, I do like the dense European style. I'll just be honest. A lot of these are heat pressed, a lot higher pressure, a lot longer times. That is my preference. I believe it melds flavors better. But, I mean, I like Cordell and Dill's products. It's just different products.
Mm-hmm. Salty dogs. You can put that in a sock and beat somebody with it.
That's what I was going to say. Well, not the beating
you
with
could
dog.
Literally do that. Yes.
Dog
the most Peterson 3Ps, same thing. Peterson 3Ps. You can beat somebody with a
3Ps is way better than I thought it would be. That's such a funny one to bring up. I was so reluctant because the coloring of the tin and the description with the citrus top note, whatever they say, and what you actually get, the beautiful air-cured flavors, is a lot more earthy and robust than you would think it would be. The top note on that's so nuanced. Really big fan of that one, actually. Really good.
Yeah, but that Wessex, you could use that log and club somebody to death with it.
Listen,
too.
That log, we were talking about dueling to the death with stuff, and we joked about that. That's a billy club, man.
Yep.
There's been people killed by a lot less. You know,
the curly block, man. You could just club a seal with that.
You know, almost made me mad that the plug was so dense, because that's a great feature of a plug to me. But it's made by STG, and like STG's really made me mad over the years. Am I grateful they're around? Absolutely. I smoke a lot of STG blends, and I really enjoy them. But the fact that STG makes this like really amazing tasting plug that is super dense, is 100% a plug, almost always available at a really decent price, it almost irks me that they're doing something so right. You know what I mean?
I hate to admit how much I like a lot of the STG stuff because of what they've done. And you know what I mean? It is whatever, but they have still to this day some really remarkable tobacco. It just simply is.
I'm still upset at them over the January 1st, January 2nd massacre last year of Sutliff and McBaron. But yeah, they've got some really good stuff. And overall, the pipe tobacco community and industry is better having them than not having them.
Yep. Even though they ruined Sir Walter Raleigh.
Walt says you can smoke the evidence with that curly block if you use it as a weapon. That'd be a good episode of Johnny Dollar, wouldn't it, Hunter? You know what? So I told you in the podcast that I listened to it with the family today, and then I paused it right before the plot twist and everything. And I asked the family who the bad guy was, right?
And this is like the audio version of the board game Clue.
Yes. And I asked, and my wife answers, and she's like, I think he's schizophrenic and he's imagining it all. And I'm like, which guy? And she's like, Johnny Dollar. And I'm like, well, that's a plot twist I wouldn't have seen coming. Oh, Sean is in the chat. What's going on, Sean?
I thought that was a genius answer until it got to the Johnny Dollar part. I was like, oh. I'm telling you, it is like listening to an audio version of Perry Mason, which I absolutely adore. It came out in 1958, probably the most classic American detective show you can find. And I was actually amazed by how well I enjoyed the episode of Johnny Dollar that I listened to today. Of course, I love stuff. But
if no one's seen my last video, Johnny Dollar was a radio drama put on by CBS radio service between the late 40s and very early 60s, about 800 some episodes, a couple of different people doing the voice of Johnny Dollar. And it was a detective mystery. Shows lasted about 25 to 30 minutes. And all of these are available for free on Spotify and other podcast apps that you can listen to. And they're very theatrical, dramatic. There's sound effects, great voice acting, music. And they're a little over-the-top dramatic. Plot twists can be a little, and then sometimes his luck is just insane. But it's a lot of fun. A lot of times in the middle, you'll get an old-school cigarette commercial that would have come out over the public radio back in the day that you don't see anything like this. There's a funny Newport one with like big ballroom, big band music. Me and my wife was listening to today. And then there's another one we listened to today, Hunter, and it was for NoDoz, the same brand of caffeine pills that I still take.
NoDoz.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man. It's really, really cool stuff.
It's so cool because at least there's like 5 or 6 voice actors over the years that did the voice of Johnny Dollar. Was it Johnny Dollar? Did I get the last name right?
Yep.
At least the first voice actor, it's very much like Edward G. Robinson style with the accent.
It is very much.
Okay, and it still has a little bit of the what do you call the accent that's like half American, half British that all the actors used to use in the 30s and 40s?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Never heard of that.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a linguist.
But it's kind of got that noir thing going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, see?
And you could just imagine the guy, he's standing under the street lamp in the rain in a trench coat, smoking a cigarette, doing detective work, and it's all black and white. You know what I mean?
Mr. Darley brings up a good point. He says he loves how Johnny Dollar episodes start with his expense account report as a springboard to the narrative. So, yeah, the way it starts is actually the whole show is supposed to be written up as his expense account. What is it, Hunter?
It was the transatlantic accent. It's
okay.
Very transatlantic accent mixed in with like Edward G. Robinson gangster accent. You know what I mean? So
very continental.
Yes.
You got to be hard to beat at Trivial Pursuit, I got to tell you.
Man, I'm pretty good at Jeopardy. I don't know. He shocked me on that one. I accurately defined zeitgeist live on a recording of the podcast. I thought I was doing good, but he got me there. Hey, Hunter, David G is asking both of us if we tried the curly block yet, and we haven't. And the reason is, David G, I think we want to do a podcast episode on it, and I think we want to go in blind. Neither one of us has ever had this blend, and we both have pretty high expectations, just to be frank. And
for the podcast, I either like to go in like really knowing the blend or completely blind. Because if you're in between the two, it's this kind of boring zone.
Well, going in blind's risky. We've actually screwed the pooch with this before, but this is a blend I guarantee you we're both going to like. Like that's a given. We can't always both go in blind.
Right.
You know, there's some awkward moments of silence when we go in blind and we're like, this is not what it said. You know what I mean? But this is a blend I'm sure we're both going to enjoy. I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? He says blind tests are the best. They are humbling. Anytime you go into a blind with a cigar, with a bourbon, with a pipe tobacco, blinds are humbling. Mm-hmm. And Hunter had a great blind experience here recently.
Did I?
With your Virginias from your friend in New York?
Oh, that, yeah.
A big blind experimentation. And one of the things about blinds, especially when you approach it like this, was very systematically, is it is a learning experience, and you will reevaluate what you know and stuff. It's a great opportunity. If anyone has a loved one that could pick out a tobacco for you before you get home and pack a bowl, if you could teach them and have it sitting out for you, and you smoke it out of your cellar, you tell them, hey, spouse, just out of what I have open already, put some in a bowl for me for when I get home. Or if you're into bourbon, have your significant other pour you a pour of bourbon or something like that. Anything like that you're into, even a cigar. If you could do it some way where she's not going to pull out your White Whale cigars, give yourself an honest blonde. And as an enthusiast, you will grow if you approach it with a humble attitude. It will absolutely break some preconceived notions. And it's a real good learning experience. It's kind of hard to facilitate sometimes, honestly, but we could all benefit from it.
One way that I approached it was I had Escudo and Deluxe Navy. I said, honey, I'm putting the 2 jars in another room. I want you to bring me 2 flakes of one or the other, not one of each, but I'm going to smoke it, tell you which one I think it is. Then I want you to let me know if I'm right or wrong. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great. Sometimes you got to engineer the situation to make it honest, but using your spouse like you've done and creating some kind of scenario, it's, man, a lot of potential for growth and learning and breaking down walls of what you thought you knew.
So what Dakota's referring to with the experiment that I did was a vapor blind tasting comparison where I was sent 6 groups of 2 blends to compare. So like I would take A and B and compare them, discuss what I like, what I prefer, what I don't like, how are they the same, how are they different. And I did this for 6 weeks. So I blind reviewed 12 Virginia Perique blends. No idea what they were. And there was some really good stuff in there. There was McClellan's. There was Watch City Cigar, stuff that's no longer made, Esoterica. And like one of them was a Esoterica blend that's very hard to get, Dorchester, I believe. No, Dunbar, excuse me, compared to whatever the other one was, I don't remember, which was like actually kind of readily available and not too difficult to find. And in a blind taste testing, I actually preferred the cheaper one.
It's so humbling. And like I said, Cameron, what are you smoking? What you got going on over there? I seen you going to town on that pipe, buddy. You cleaning it up or?
No, I made it.
You made it.
Nice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Little guy.
Beautiful.
Nice.
When did you start this?
Months ago, unfortunately.
I didn't know you were carving, man. That is gorgeous, bro. Nice little size.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it. I'm just piddling, making it for myself.
All right, guys, you heard it first. He's doing commissions. Go ahead and hit him up on Instagram. Smoke Stash.
Yeah, not gonna happen anytime soon. It's cool though. It's fun.
You gonna stain it? Leave it natural? What are you gonna do?
I'm probably just gonna put oil on it. I thought about rusticating it, but I don't know.
No, bro. You got such. I mean, from what I can tell, I don't know why you'd want to. How's the grain look on it, man?
Well, I cut it. It's straight grain. Honestly, it would look good blasted. but it's straight grain all around, and it'd be bird's eye on top if I was to actually, if you could see it.
Well, you know, I love a beautiful rustication job. Don't get me wrong, but if you're making pipes, I don't know why you'd rusticate one that didn't per se need it. You know what I mean?
I need to get some stain really and stain it and then oil it.
Leather stain is what leather stain. I'm sure you know is what most the guys are using.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see how that turns out, bro. That looks so nice. Yeah. Congratulations. Is that your first one ever?
From scratch, yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, I did make a kit pipe one time. I've never smoked it, but it's somewhere over here.
I have one that I need to start on. I just have so many irons in the fire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Robert says, can you make me a merchant service Levant?
You ain't making nothing. Smoking though, Vincent Manil.
What is that the which one is that?
That's the Belgian Burley.
That's that dry Belgian stuff. I thought so, but I'm not familiar with that. I got a couple samples of that. Walt sent me a sample, and Hunter gave me a sample of that. It is different, man. It is different.
Yet to try it. People keep telling me to try it, and I've never pulled the trigger yet.
It's hard to come by.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for sale once, ever.
It hasn't come back in stock. The only time I saw it was our friends, you know, Johnny and Seb and those guys, when they were in Vegas, they showed up with the little the cones of it, you know, like the little cigar.
The cigar nubs. Where they get those? Johnny Palmera products?
They had one from wherever. Yeah, they might have scored a box in Vegas, and they were just passing them around to try.
Oh, man, those look so cool. I've never tried those. I know what you're talking about. That looks so cool.
It's unique. It's good, but it is unique. Speaking of being able to get it, I've got notified one time. This was a couple years ago when it came in stock, and I grabbed a brick, and then I don't know if I've seen it in stock since then, or at least I forgot about it if it was.
Now, Kevin spelled it out, and I think that was I usually read it and don't hear it. How do you pronounce that again? Samoy?
Samoy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that Frenchy guy over there. He's got the French Samoy.
Belgium.
Us good old simple Americans just call it Samoy.
Listen, I barely speak Pig Latin, okay?
I think actually I remember reading online, someone said that he's in maybe some sort of having health problems or something, or
someone in the chat like just mentioned that. Walt just said that. I didn't know that's who he was referring to, but Walt said he heard he's been sick. So yeah,
Kevin confirmed as well, and like what Kevin's saying, it is a one-man operation. I think he even grows the tobacco himself and then processes.
Incredible.
Yeah. I heard it's really excellent stuff, but I've never pulled the trigger on it.
And you're up in Canada, so acquiring it is going to be, I don't know how much more difficult, but obviously more difficult. That's like our friend Brian here in Washington State. Washington State might as well be another country like Canada, man. It is so restrictive. Most shops won't ship to him. You see right on shops' websites, I'll see it. Will not ship to Washington State. And you're a damn American citizen. You're within the federal borders. That is crazy to me.
Well, they won't ship to a good place that will do so. But I won't mention them on the air because I don't want them to stop doing it.
Please don't. But there's some people privately helping you out or whatever. It's above board. That's totally fine. But commercially, commercial entities just refusing to work with the state is it's a bizarre mindset for me to get my head around. You know,
Washington State, they can't ship to Hawaii. They can't ship to South Dakota,
Maine.
Well, Arizona changed some of their stuff. I believe currently you cannot purchase any whole leaf in Arizona, and nasal snuff is no longer being permitted to be shipped into Arizona.
I was saying last week or the week before.
Carrie just mentioned that.
Where Timber Drifter lives, well, in Wisconsin, they got a 71% excise tax or something like that.
Yep.
So where Chris and Timber Drifter live in Wisconsin, they got to pay through the nose if they order anything.
It's just
Or you just got to get it from the smaller sites or find yourself a mule. I mean, I'm down in the Milwaukee area, so Illinois is an hour away. And I got a buddy from Pipe Club that lives there. So he comes up every Sunday or at least a couple Sundays a month. So he'll bring me boxes. So if I order from the big boys, I just have it shipped to his house at his mailing address, so I don't have to pay that excise tax.
But you shouldn't have to, man. You shouldn't have to.
Well, let's be honest. It's all stupid too, because cigars are pennies on the dollar. It's like the max cap is something like 50 cents a stick is the tax on it.
Right.
You know, whereas
which is comparatively
tobacco,
reasonable. I'm not going to say it's reasonable because I don't think any taxes are reasonable, but comparatively.
No, but it's not bad. I can walk into a B&M and buy a cigar, and that price there is comparatively priced to any other place I buy a cigar.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Whereas pipe tobacco, you know, you go in and buy a tin of your Peterson pipe tobacco that's, you know, $12 to $14. Well, that's, you know, $22 to $23 here, you know. Or more, you know, because it's all that tax.
Here in Washington, it's I think it's a 95% tax. So basically, my if I buy a tin, it's double here. I still buy one once in a while. We have a wonderful brick and mortar. Doug Owens, who runs it, is fantastic and has been a lot of help.
Washington.
Yep.
Well, okay. I know the one you're
He's
talking
in Rock Live every Friday night.
Mr. Dearly says something that I know to be true here. The premium cigar industry has a solid political backing. Pipe tobacco doesn't. As a matter of fact, pipe tobacco is barely riding the coattails and piggybacking the cigar industry. Some of the leniency we do have is solely due to the political influence of the cigar industry, which the cigar industry is barely holding on to that foothold, to be honest, guys, in the big scope of tobacco as far as political designations and stuff like this goes. Cigars is minuscule. It's a drop in the bucket. And they've barely got a foothold, and we're just piggybacking and riding their coattails. So we are in a precarious position as far as that goes. And it's not good. And this is why I tell everyone who can, bulk up on what you can. And I'm not trying to be a fear monger, but if you find something you like, you might want to purchase it now. If you find a good deal, you might want to invest. Pipe tobacco keeps, man. Pipe tobacco keeps. You put it in a mason jar, it'll last till Jesus returns. Get it while you can, and it's not fear mongering. It's just the truth.
Phil Rivera told me years ago the cigar lobbyists asked the pipe people to get together with them to support whatever laws were changing or whatever. So the pipe tobacco people did, but then the cigar people turned their back on them when the pipe
cigar
industry
people don't like pipe people. They do
it's
not.
The same thing. I was talking to when I went to pick up that tin the other day at that local vape shop that has the big giant walk-in humidor nobody knows about. He was talking to me like at PCA. You go to PCA and all the big shops and the big blenders have these gorgeous tables, and then the boutique blenders are like shoved in the way back corner in these little like fold-out tables, and they're like basically like have like a 2 square foot section of table, and they're just lined up. He's like, and that's where they put like the few pipe tobacco sales that are there. You're in like the back corner, tucked away from everything, not even really on the main show floor, and you're crammed in like elbow to asshole, basically. They're like, yeah, they don't care about it. You know,
even in the media, speaking openly, and I'm not afraid to name drop. This is my live. Someone actually like in the cigar world who, it's just the truth. David Garofalo of Two Brothers Smoke Shop and the Cigar Authority podcast, the way he talks about pipe smokers openly, they are a laughable nothing to him, and he can't stand them. He's talked about the way they act when they come in, and he sold pipes in the past and stuff, and it is beyond disrespectful. And this is just the truth. This is someone I actually, for the most part, I like. And I love his podcast and his team. I've got a lot of respect for him. I've got a lot of respect for him for what he's doing and what he's done. But his opinion of pipe smokers, it's nothing but negative. He has nothing good to say about them. And he said that openly on his podcast, so I'm not putting words in his mouth or anything. I didn't have a private chat with him, but it is a group of people that I'm friends with on Facebook. I used to listen to the podcast, used to email and chat with these guys and stuff a lot, and had some kind of level of conversation. And I had to pull away from him, dude, because I don't know, man. I give you a couple stories as an example, but he'd be like, pipe people, they'd come into my shop and look at these pipes and never buy nothing. Come back next week, look at these pipes, never buy nothing. And then when it's sold, they'd come back and be like, what'd you do with my pipe? And he's like, that was my pipe. You never even, you know what I mean? It's just.
And they went on to say how you can spot him from a million miles away. Pipe guy walks in, you can instantly tell by looking at him that he's a pipe guy. And the same thing Dakota said, that pretty much they're uptight with money. You know what I mean? Like a $40 pipe is breaking the bank to them. I mean, these are guys who are smoking $4 or $5 $20 sticks a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But money to do so. But no, they didn't represent pipe and pipe tobacco in a positive light.
And that's the cigar industry as a whole, to be honest. There's exceptions.
That's that pretentiousness that goes with it. But when you sit in a cigar shop or you spend any time in a lounge, at a cigar lounge, watch how many customers come in. It's not like their customers come in and every customer is coming in walking out with a $200 box of cigars either. Somebody comes in and buys 4 or 5 sticks or might go in and smoke a stick or two. And now you're going to give a guy a hard time, a pipe smoker didn't just walk in and buy a $150, $200 pipe because he's cheap and he's thinking it over.
But cigar people are pretentious with other cigar people as well. There was a local shop that had their own brand that I try to support and get behind. And it was a complete one-way street. I was purchasing their cigars. I was doing giveaways with them, trying to promote them because there was a local company that had stuff going, and I actually liked their cigars, reasonably priced. But they were like an upstart trying to make it company. I was like trying to promote them, and it was a complete one-way street. If there was any contact between us, it was because I was getting a hold of them, and like they might have cut me like a little bit of leeway on price on big purchases and stuff, but no more than they would have done any other customer. There was never any thank you. I would literally post stuff about their product online, and they wouldn't even like react it or not let alone share it or comment. But like they just like, so I just kind of cut them off, and it's sad. I wanted to really promote and get behind these people, and they didn't want nothing to do with me, and they're still operating, and they'll post something on Instagram, and 2 days later it's got 16 reactions. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, dude, I tried. You know what I mean?
In the cigar industry, I'm not saying everyone. Robert over House of Manners has a great example of how awesome Creekside cigars are. But to most people in the cigar industry, pipes and pipe tobacco are just a novelty thing and gimmicky to them, and not real tobacco to them. It's for people who are penny pinching and trying to save $1 that doesn't want to pay real tobacco prices, and that we're not actually doing anything meaningful, and that we are not equal by any means, but very, very inferior. And again, a novelty joke. That's not everyone in the cigar industry thinks that, but as a whole, I think that's the general census.
Timber Drifter says he's glad he's stocked up.
Look at my cellar and pipe collection then.
That's right. Timber Drifter says he's glad he stocked up on pipe tobacco when he could have figured something bad would happen eventually. Typical prepper mindset. Timber Drifter, I could not agree more. If the zombie apocalypse happens tomorrow, I will shortly become a minor warlord. It won't take long. I've invested heavily in tobacco, alcohol, and precious metals, namely copper-jacketed lead. To Robert's comment here, this is why I love supporting Creekside and Boutique's blenders as a whole. Listen, Boutique is where it's at. Just attitude. These guys are like watching amateur football versus pro. Instead of seeing the drama queens, you get to see people with the heart, the fire, the desire to perform. So he's absolutely right. The Boutique people's hitting it off the planet, really. And talking about Creekside in particular, those guys are killing it. They're doing stuff online as well that's kind of breaking some molds, tearing some walls down, and they're doing a bang-up job. Pravada Cigar Club as well, absolutely going against the grain of the industry, doing stuff that's not popular, and I'd love to see more of that within the cigar sphere. And now it got really quiet.
Awkward.
I think that 5-hour energy hit. You know what I mean?
So I'm smoking now.
We're not, Dakota, you're not allowed to have any more caffeine for the rest of the night. Like you're bouncing off the walls.
I'm done, but I can't stay up till midnight without it. So I'm left in that situation. I go to bed very early and get up very early is my typical schedule.
Yeah. I switched over when I got the drink, and I'm smoking Bankside. It's got about 2.5 years on it in my Haywoody, one of my estates. So
isn't that what Moments and Seasons was smoking, Hunter?
Yeah, that's what he cracked open earlier. A Bankside.
Oh, nice, man. Yes. Nice. Which pipe is it, Brian?
It's that K Woody, that sandblasted one.
I love that pipe, by the way.
That's like a relief grain and apple there. Yeah.
It's got beautiful grain. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Hunter,
hey,
I'm thinking about ordering the Bayou Morning Flake now. Now, is there much of a difference between Bayou Morning Flake and Bayou Morning?
Big difference.
I haven't smoked it yet. I've heard a big difference, and especially with the Freak, I hear the Freak is a little bit more black pepper spicy in the ribbon cut, a little bit more plummy, raisiny, dark fruit in the pressed flake version. But if you like the ribbon, I'm sure you'll like the flake and vice versa. Maybe someone else here has more experience with that.
I just finished my 8-ounce tin of Bayou Morning Flake. It's delicious. It's just like you said.
I'm wanting to try the flake.
Well worth it. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. I like Bayou Morning too, but it's day and night. Just the flavors are just much more
they're more
melded and intense. Yeah.
So Robert House of Manners says he has enough whiskey if the apocalypse comes to keep us all buzzing for a few years, and Walt says my whiskey don't last a weekend. Kevin says when you have negative thoughts, things go quite quickly. Here's the thing, Kevin. Unfortunately, they're not negative thoughts. It's the realistic observation of what's going on out there in the industry. And I think Timber Drifter brought something up that's correct as well. Pipe smokers can be pretty pretentious too. I used to run into this in pipe shops back before YouTube was a thing. Even during this YouTube moment in pipe smoking history, you will absolutely run into this. It's not a Dunhill / Costello / artisan. You're not smoking aged, whatever. You're a plebe. We see this. We all know who we're referring to. It happens all the time online. There's absolutely pretentious pipe smokers, and they're not normal people, and that's why they're not in this conversation with the real enthusiasts that are non-judgmental with whoever's smoking a $10 cob and whatever they can put in it, man.
I think they exist, but I think the percentage is way less in the pipe community of that. You know what I mean? Correct. That's the thing. Like,
definitely correct.
Human beings are human beings, right? So they're going to be out there and whatever it is, but that percentage is significantly less in the pipe community than it is in the cigar world.
You're not right. You're not right.
There's people out there like Captain Black Grape.
Yeah.
That's fine if they like Captain Black Grape. For me, it tastes like vomit, but smoke what you like, I always say.
Yep.
Listen, I'm not going to make fun of the Painting Piper, Alec, any of the other weirdos smoking that stuff. Nate King, any of my other friends out there with trash taste that's smoking that. I'm kidding. Walt had some. I could have tried some at Muletown, but I chose not to. Here's the thing. I should have tried it to give it a whirl. It sounds to me like it's going to taste like I'm going to have flashbacks of having grape Dimetapp as a kid. But if you're into that sort of thing, man, I'm actually so excited for anyone that's into that thing. If you're into the standard Captain Black, if you're into Borkum Riff, rum dipped, PG, goopy glop, man, I'm happy for you. If you're enjoying it, you're stuffing it in a pipe, and you only do it once a year, you're still part of the community. You are a pipe smoker. We love you. You're welcome. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. You know what I mean?
I like Borkum Riff. Smoking a cigar again.
Do you hear him? He says I like Borkum Riff.
I don't like Borkum Riff. I like it.
My son loves that Ennerdale Flake, and I haven't disowned him. So, you know.
Brian, I like Ennerdale Flake too. So.
Yeah, you should try it in a fast smoke. It's delicious.
It's not bad once in a while.
Yeah, so Dave was asking if there's any blends and a Ready Rub is better than the Flake. He can't think of one. Hunter says Haunted Bookshop. So he likes that loose better than the flake. And this might be the only exception of anyone I know that's serious about tobacco that has this opinion. Flake is just typically better. Timber Drifter says there just aren't many pipe smokers, period. This is true. We are a niche of a niche. This is the important part of why we should stand together, have this community, and keep it solid if we can. I think it's very important because this is very true.
What I like about Haunted Bookshop is the fact that it's a little off balance. It does have a bit of a rough edge. It's a little punchy, gritty in the face. With the cake version of that, it balances it more. It makes it a little bit smoother, even slightly sweeter. And for a lot of people, that would probably be a good thing. And it's still a really good blend. But for me, it takes away a little bit of that element that makes Haunted Bookshop Haunted Bookshop. Now, I'm not saying it's like a completely new blend. It doesn't change it so much that it's unrecognizable. You know, it's still Haunted Bookshop and it tastes like it. But the few little minor quirks of Haunted Bookshop that I've grown to really, really enjoy have been adjusted. And maybe for the better, but it's one of those things where I'm so used to it that any adjustment I notice, and I just prefer the way it's always been, if that makes sense.
I think I misspoke, Hunter. Mr. Dearly says he prefers the ribbon Haunted Bookshop over the cake. The cut is too confetti-like in the cake. He says he hasn't tried the flake version yet. I don't think I meant to say flake. I don't think there is a flake.
No,
it's a cake.
The cake.
Haunted Bookshop.
Yeah, I just misspoke. That's on me, guys.
But
see, look at this. Timber Drifter says he prefers the bulk as well. That's like, what, 3 within the comments right there? And this is not typically the case. This is so interesting. Pressing tobacco usually is preferable by almost everyone. It's so incredibly cool with this blend.
Smooths it out and makes it a little bit sweeter. All the things that, like, for instance, you would want for Virginia, I don't necessarily want for a Burley. You know what I mean?
Carrie's got a cool take as well, because there's not a lot of blends you can do this with, but Haunted Bookshop's kind of on the edge of deciding how rough it is and stuff, that she has a great point. And the situation dictates a lot, especially with something like Haunted Bookshop. She says every bowl of Haunted Bookshop seems a bit different. And based on Brutal Enough's recommendation, me trying it in a smaller pipe based on his recommendations, the situation, the pipe shape and stuff dramatically changes the experience, specifically with Haunted Bookshop. Great observation, Carrie.
The weather also, if you're smoking outside, the weather seems to make a big difference.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm saying, Brian. A lot of these external circumstances, you know, even your mood, if you're excited, smoking quick, or contemplative and relaxing, all of these things can absolutely impart change upon the experience. Yeah.
Well, for this week, for example, you guys know I like Crooner.
Yeah.
It was really hot this past week here. We had 111 degree temperatures here.
Good.
With this heat over here. And so
Crooner is in the heat. It's not enjoyable when it's hot like that.
Something wasn't like tobaccos weren't agreeing with whatsoever. So let's try some Crooner. Crooner tasted like garbage. Both bowls I had. It was so hot out, I couldn't taste the deer. I couldn't taste nothing. It was so hot out. It was just like smoking hot air.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Kevin's
I love smoking.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
I love smoking Crooner in the morning with my coffee. That deer tongue just gives with the coffee, and also the cube cut's nice in the morning. It's easy to load up and pack. It burns nice.
You're singing Hunter's song there, Brian. Hunter's all about some cube cut, man. I think I always end up laughing or sneezing and just fireballs go everywhere. It's like a volcano eruption. Real quick, guys, Kevin's hanging out. Kevin, thanks for stopping by, brother. Cigar Vice has got a great comment. He said he actually just got a few ounces of Haunted Bookshop in bulk, and he loved it. Anytime he tries it in a tin, it just wasn't the same. This is an observation I've noticed before as well. That's interesting, and I think it's pretty much unique to Haunted Bookshop. Most people would not say that about other blends. Robert says, what about Orlick Golden Slice? I believe this is a flake. I've never had it, but I hear people like it. Orlick Golden Slice is an absolute standard of a light, straight Virginia. Or they say it's a Virginia Perique. Just never mind that.
As a tad.
Yeah.
The Perique content is like 1 or 2%.
No, it's not even that much. It's Fudd lore. At one time, they had twice removed distant cousins that knew a guy named Perique or something.
Robert, he needs to buy it.
Yeah,
you need to get a tin of Orlik, Robert.
Orlik is a great smoke as a standard light straight Virginia. Great aging potential, and you can find it on sale a couple times a year for ridiculously good prices. I think everybody needs to try. I think it's a fantastic blend for what it is, of course.
Coda, it's time.
Yeah, I know. Pandora's bottle, I guess.
It's time for the nasty.
It's not nasty. It's just abusive. You know what I mean?
I'm going light tonight because I got to get to bed and I don't need like a huge nigga.
Here we go, guys. David G, I'm sure, is about 3 grams in or something.
I'm on my second bowl of Briar Fox tonight, so I'll be up for a while.
Oh, you're smoking the pipe. Hold that up for me. Listen.
Oh, yeah, I'm smoking.
Listen.
I'm smoking that.
I love it, Chris. I think that is so pretty.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
There's something about it. It has the texture of a rattlesnake. I don't know if that makes sense. I love it, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's Orton for you, you know.
But Orton doesn't. He always has like a textured rustication, but it's not always exactly like that.
What I love about this is like, yeah.
It moves into the bamboo, and you don't see that much. That rustication move into the bamboo. That transition is so smooth, man.
But I think some of that's Dustin too. You know, I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, you get Dustin in there. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Dustin's work.
I'm not familiar with their collabs at all. That's the first one I've seen, so I'm not you know what I mean? But man, that pipe is incredible. All right, guys, 12:01 a.m. here on the East Coast. We are going to do some Rustica because why not? It's not the first bad decision I've made today.
Almost ready.
Just let me know. Abuse is in the eye of the beholder, David says.
And Stockholm Syndrome in 3, 2.
Oh, dude, I actually had control on that one. I did better than usual. I did. No, I mean it.
I had to go light tonight.
You gonna live there, Dakota?
I'm good. It's just
hey, he's a pro at this point. He's got it.
You know, Hunter said Stockholm Syndrome. Hit me again, Johnny. You know what I mean? I'm ready for the abuse. Lay it on me. Oh.
All right. Well, guys, that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I got, too, guys. We're going to have to close this thing down. Thank you, each and every one of you, for stopping by. Everybody on the video call tonight, man, it's great to see all of you. Thanks for your inputs.
Thanks for having me.
Cameron, great job on the first pipe, dude. I cannot wait to see how it turns out. I'm sure you're going to do an awesome photograph of it, and I'm looking forward to sending that up on the Instagram. Everybody, this is Smoky Stash.
Yep.
Smoky Stash on Instagram, and it is private. You have to send him a request, and that's so the request of feet pics is not as strong.
Very prevalent for a while.
You know, these things happen to us, people with very strong feet. It's the mustache, by the way. That's what does it. Thank you all, man. I really appreciate you. It's great seeing everybody. Great to talking to everybody in the chat. Oh, there's Brutal. If I've missed anyone, my apologies. You know, it was nothing personal. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by. It's time to get some rest. Brutal, sorry, brother. It's signing off. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, guys. We'll